Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Yachts here, and it is Saturday, and we're doing Saturday Share the Love Club, and for a very, very special individual that works for the Toronto Raptors, and that is our mascot, the Raptor. That's right. From the very beginning of the Raptors franchise in 1995, the same person has played the Raptor for the whole 30 years of our franchise. He was a young man who came out of the University of Manitoba over in Winnipeg, and he was very young when he got hired, and that's part of the reason why he's able to be so athletically gifted still at this point 30 years in. So yeah, we're celebrating and sharing the love for I'm not lying when I put that in the title when I say I believe the Raptor is the greatest mascot in sports history. I'm not even talking about just in the NBA. I'm talking about ever in any sport, in any league, in any place ever. There was somebody who put a costume on and was a mascot. Well, the Raptors tops in my book, and partly because the Raptor checks off all the boxes for what matters for being a mascot. In some ways, there's mascots that are kind of just goofy and fat, and they kind of just walk around and do clownish things and kind of just mess with people. But they don't do acrobatics. They don't do kind of stuff. And sometimes there's acrobatic mascots like Rocky from Denver that do a lot of that kind of stuff, but they may not be as good with the comedy as far as eliciting the laughs and having a personality, having a whole theme to themselves. And that's why I say, like, right in the middle of the attributes of a mascot is the Raptor. He's got it all. He's got it all. In some ways, the Raptor is such a talented performer that he can evoke so many emotions without being able to change his face. Have y'all noticed that? That, like, when you watch the Raptor on TV or in the arena while you're there, he is so expressive without being able to change his face. Like, he studied Charlie Chaplin. He studied all these great physical comedians when he was younger so he could be good at expressing and emoting without being able to change his face. And he's so good at it. In some ways, we know exactly what he's talking about. There's no confusion. Sometimes you may be watching mascots, you're like, what the hell is this? Like, what are they doing down there? I have no idea. But with the Raptor, you always know. You always know. And he's had so many cool gimmicks over the years, whether it's just bumbling around, falling down the stairs, dropping TVs or popcorn all over people, whether it's him messing with the referees on the court, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, or messing with the ushers and the security guards. Yeah, whether it's the mini Raptors that come out with the Raptors sometimes and do little dances with him. That's awesome. When they had the big giant Chomp Chomp Raptor who comes out and eats people on the sidelines and is sometimes a referee. Yeah, the Raptor can do it all, baby. And that's why I'm proud of him. He had an Achilles injury at one point during his career as the Raptor, and he had to sit out for a season. And we had Stripes that set in for him. Stripes is our second Raptor mascot. He works for the 905. But yeah, this guy's awesome. He does not miss very much time. In some ways, if this guy, the Raptor, had an NBA career, well, he's an Iron Man. He's an Iron Man because in some ways, look, LeBron, you did 20 years, but this guy's done 30 years. And he's shown up for all the games the Raptors have at home. And also he shows up on the road too. He shows up all over the place. He's right now in Montreal with the team where they were having their open practice last night and just celebrating and get ready for the new season. Yeah, I love that clip you did this week, Raptor, where you're packing your bag for the new season. You're just putting absurd things in the bag. A bunch of little mini basketballs. He's so funny. I mean, that's the thing. We've never heard him talk, and he's funny as hell. Do you know how hard that is in today's society to be funny without talking? That pantomime and all that kind of stuff is hard to do with people that have short attention spans. The Raptor is so good at what he does. He's tops, creme de la creme, the best sports mascot ever in the history of sports. That is in my opinion. I believe it. There you go. I'm putting him on blast on my shirt right there. There you are, Raptor. That's right. We love the Raptors so much. Y'all probably have memories and things that you love about the Raptors. So you tell me what you love about our mascot, our guy. Yeah, Scotty got mad at me that one day. I was talking in his real name on his Twitch stream, and Scotty was like, don't reveal his name, Raptor Street. What are you doing? It's kind of like a superhero. You don't want to tell everybody who Superman is Clark Kent. No, you don't want to bust their cover. In some ways, the Raptor wants to live an ordinary life as a superhero. He doesn't want to be recognized when he's not wearing his costume. In some ways, he wants to live a normal life. In some ways, he gets that two-world thing where he can be the Raptor and be a very much beloved celebrity and everybody goes crazy, but then he can have a normal life where nobody knows what he looks like outside in his regular life. And that's awesome. That's how Daft Punk feels. But yeah, I'm just saying, he's an amazing guy. I think he's an amazing athlete. For 30 years, you got to think about the math. This guy's got to be right around my age. And the fact that he's so limber and athletic enough to still do the flips, still do the acrobatic dunks, to still do all that stuff, because he hasn't lost most of that. There may be a point in time where the Raptor isn't doing as much athletic stuff all of a sudden just because of getting older. But man, in some ways, he's timeless. And once again, I'll say, LeBron, you may have 20 years, but this guy's got 30, bro. This guy's got 30, man. And he has made almost all the games that he was supposed to come to. We love the Raptors so much. So many cool things that he's done. If you have a favorite skit that he did that you remember, if you have any kind of other kind of thing you want to talk about with the Raptor, this is the day to do it. It's the Saturday Share the Love Club. And we're sharing the love for an icon in our franchise, somebody that's been essential all along, and somebody who honestly set a tone early on of fun and really is a big part of the common thread throughout the whole history of the Raptors is the Raptor. So there's so much respect we got to give this guy. I've been doing on the Share the Love Club recently, originals, day oneers, people that have been involved with the Raptors franchise since the very, very beginning. People like Paul Jones and Eric Smith and Leo Routens. And now we got to celebrate the Raptor on the eve of our preseason tomorrow. I got to get this one in because this is a 30th anniversary season, and somebody's been here for 30 years, making us smile, making kids laugh, and making us have a good time at the game. Sometimes I get distracted from watching the game because the Raptors so funny on the sideline doing something else somewhere else. It just happens. So let's see what's up in the chat, y'all. We'll do all the regular stuff. Classic car of the day, all kinds of stuff. Maybe some surprises today. We'll see. Yeah, let's see. Trevor saying, good morning, family. We live in a time where people get mad when you don't let them use you. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I could go deep on this. This is dark stuff, but I don't want to in some ways right now. I don't want to do that, Trevor. But yeah, thanks for the words of wisdom. In some ways, that's a good way to know these people aren't for you and you should have them in your life. That's right. Kaz is here. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning to Kaz, the truck driver. He's out on the road again. Kaz can't wait to get on the road again. That's right. Trevor's here saying that Vegas has avoided elimination, and the Minnesota Lynx are up 2 games over the Connecticut Sun. That's right. The Las Vegas Aces holding off the New York Liberty from eliminating them in the semifinals in the WNBA playoffs right now. And yeah, that's an intense series. We'll have to see what happens. Maybe New York can close them out in game 4. Maybe not. Maybe there will be a game 5, and that'll be must-see TV in the WNBA world. Wow. That will be something else. If there's a game 5 between Stewart and Wilson in this series, wow, that'll be big time. Big time. So we'll have to see. Maybe some Scott Foster extension. Maybe a little bit of that. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see. Good morning to you, Trevor. Daniel's here on time. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. Yo, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you in the chat live with us this morning. Celebrating the Raptor, baby. Yeah, that Raptor guy's funny, isn't he? He's so funny. There's this pop Funko of mine of him. There he is, right beside Scotty, right behind me. I got a Raptor Funko. Yeah, he's so cool. He's got his own Funko, man. That's so cool. Let's see. Tommy's here. Good to see Tom Duke, West Coast Raptor Freak president out in Victoria, British Columbia. He said, good morning. We're so close to the start of the season. There you go, Tommy. Yes, last night they had the open practice in Montreal at McGill University. And there were a lot of absences in the game last night, but there were quite a few interesting things that happened at the game also. We've seen sparse highlights from, thank you, Michael Grange, for posting a bunch of clips on your Twitter last night. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of material from it, but I did kind of see who was there, who was on what team, and who was absent. There were quite a few Raptors who sat out in this. Garrett Temple was not there for personal reasons. Scotty has still not shown up in Montreal, so he did not play in the open practice last night. Quickly held out also for precautions with his wrist. Bruce Brown didn't play either. Jamal Shed got knocked in the head or something before the open practice and practice earlier, so he was a holdout at the open practice. And also Jacoby Walter, because of his shoulder, did not play in that game either. So, it was kind of like a weird mismatch. From what I could tell, the number one team was Jakob Pertl, RJ Barrett, Davion Mitchell, Jonathan Mobo, and Grady Dick was the team. So you have Mitchell in there for Quickly and Mobo in there for Scotty in the number one lineup, the black jersey lineup. And they had guys off the bench also. And then the other lineup for the other side was like Brandon Carlson, DJ Carton, Chris Boucher. Who else was in that group? I mean, it was mostly the guys from the bench. So yeah, that it was a very competitive game according to Grange, saying that there was the open practice is a fun event to go to. I know Tommy went to it in Victoria when they were there a couple years ago, and this one was not a disappointment either. That there was a very competitive game. The guys were playing up for it, and the crowd was into it. And yeah, there was some good stuff happening. Bruno Fernando doing some good stuff. Carlson apparently at one point blocked Olynyk and then came back and made a transition three in the same play. So you're seeing a little bit of Brandon Carlson's bag put on display there. It seemed like the crowd was really, really into it, and it was a huge success. Yeah, Kelly Olynyk out there also playing. Yeah. So it looks like the stuff in Montreal has been hugely successful this week with a great crowd at McGill last night for the open practice. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about with that, there was also a practice in the morning with the kids in Montreal, and they had a tribal dance that was very interesting. Kelly Olynyk and Jama Malea talking about it in their practice, their interview afterwards, saying that dance was very memorable and fun. And of course, it had to do with Reconciliation Week this week and talking about Indigenous communities and Truth and Reconciliation Act and things that we need to do to make things right from our history. So there's a lot of stuff they were doing yesterday. Very busy day for the Raptors organization, a day that's much more fun than last Friday, trust me. Much more fun than last Friday for me. Oh my gosh, last Friday sucked so bad. All right, let's see. Yeah, Tommy's saying our mascot rules. I agree with this, Tom. I think he's so awesome. He's so cool. He's a great improviser. He's the kind of guy that if you come at him with a certain statement, well, he knows how to react to it in a certain way to make it fun. Yeah, he's a very, very talented person, athletically talented, and as a performer, very, very talented. I've studied clown. Yeah, this is true. I've talked about this many times. I've studied clown, not like clown go to a birthday party for kids and do balloon animals. No, I'm talking about professional acting clown, where it's kind of like a pantomime or a soliloquy or monologue or whatever, one man play. No, you can study clown, and clown is a very physical thespian activity, and you have to really be conscious of your body and how you hold it to convey emotion. And I have to tell you right now, from studying clown my own life, and I'm a fairly good clown, honestly. You could tell I'd probably be a pretty good clown, silently acting out and being weird and making faces. But the Raptor is a master, honestly. And the fact that he can do it without his face being visible and conveys so much, it's really a really, really good talent. And this may be part of the reason why this guy has been the only guy the whole time, because he's just been top notch. I'm sure the Raptors, when they hired this young man from Manitoba to come in and do this job, they're like, this guy's really great. We love him. And then he just kept being great for the whole time. And he's just doing what he does. That's such a beautiful life, to do something so fun, to be kind of an incognito celebrity, like a superhero. And then also, you get paid really well too. Like the Raptor makes money. Let's just put it that way, especially him being a senior mascot in the league at this point. I don't know how many Benny the Bulls there have been. I don't know how many gorillas from Phoenix there's been. There's probably been multiple people doing mascots for other franchises. So in some ways, it's special that the Raptor is the singular and only main mascot ever in the history of our franchise for 30 years. Stripes had to come in and pinch hit while he was hurt, but that doesn't really count in some ways because Stripes is still on the G League level. But who knows? Maybe someday Stripes will be our main mascot at some point. I met Stripes before too. He's a good guy. He's a good guy too. Yeah. Let's see. Tommy saying, I know our guys have been around for quite a while in that suit. Will they do a tryout for a replacement when needed? Oh, our guy. You mean the Raptor? Yeah. How do you become a mascot? Well, Tommy, and I will tell you this, in some ways, it's a young man's game if you're going to come and renew it, because they don't want to keep switching people out. And in some ways, you get that theme of the personality of the person playing the mascot for a while, and you want to keep that consistent. So in some ways, they're going to scout somebody in their early 20s, maybe late teens, to replace the guy who's doing it now, which hopefully isn't anytime soon. I hope that this guy gets to 50 years, honestly. That would be a real testament. If the Raptor could do his job for 50 years straight, you got 20 more years, man. Can you do it, Raptor? I believe in you. I think you can. So do it. In some ways, you'll be like 70 by then. But I don't care. Maybe we have old ass Raptor out there with a little bit of a back problem coming out. Like, everybody like in the Raptors world, like Matt Devlin said, the Raptor has gotten older, Jack. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see if he could hold on to do the job well into the retirement age. And then also like see how it evolves as far as like maybe he's not doing as many spinny, flippy dunks off a trampoline and stuff like that. So yeah, Tommy, I'm gonna tell you right now, when they replace him eventually, because they will have to at some point, it's definitely gonna be a young man's game to get in there. So Tommy, if you have any aspirations to become the second Raptor, yeah, I think you're past your prime, my guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tom, to break it to you, man. I don't think that's going to happen. Kareem's saying, I've been a huge advocate for the pinstripes and dinosaur jerseys because of all four major sports in MLS. There's no dinosaur sports team. We are one of a kind. We need the dino back. We need to revitalize their extinction. Wow. I like the conservationist in our friend Kareem Thomas right now. He's saying we need to bring this species back from the brink of extinction. Yeah, I can hear what you're saying. I mean, listen, Tommy. I'm Kareem. Sorry. Kareem, we have the Raptor ever present around our team. So listen, even if it's not on the jersey, even if we're still the Raptors and the Raptor is the Raptor. And, we don't have to put the dinosaurs on the jersey. I know you guys love that dinosaur jersey that Damon Stoudemire wore, but we've done the redo of it in the 20th anniversary. I keep telling you all this. And we got to go through our history. I'm the T-Mac purple dinosaur era, now front blackback era. And well, we need to continue to progress. And think about this. When we get to the 50th anniversary, maybe we're wearing our championship chevron, earned, not given, red and white champion jerseys. That would be awesome. The 50th anniversary of the Raptors, and we have our championship red and white chevron jersey that's so beautiful. The best jersey ever in the history of the Raptors, in my opinion. I want to see that one come back for the 50th anniversary. So listen, we can't go back completely, Kareem. There's no time machine, H.G. Wells. We got to go forward. And in some ways, the dinosaur will come back in different ways, whether it's like a Vince Carter dunk on a City Edition jersey this year. So, yeah, they're there. It's Kareem. You guys are crazy. You're either dinosaur crazy or purple crazy, Raptors Nation. I get it. Nostalgia's fun. And in some ways, you see the purple, you see the dinosaur, and you get young again. I get it. I get it, y'all. I see what's up. Kareem saying at Tom Duke, I would love to be the mascot, but I know I couldn't help myself running around and just dry humping everyone. Yeah, that's not the family-friendly mascot they want, but I will say that. That is not the action that they're looking for when they look for a new Raptor. Yeah, maybe you should be a dog mascot if you're going to do that. Be a little schnauzer like mascot costume and just come out. Yeah, maybe you can get away with it then, because then they can explain it to the kids. Yeah, that's just grandma's little dog. You know what he does when we go over there. Yeah, he's just really happy. That's all it is, son. No, he's just happy. Why so easy do that, Daddy? Okay, yeah, we don't want to have to explain this. We don't have to explain this, Kareem. And yeah, this is why you shouldn't be the mascot. Yeah, for sure. Trevor's saying mascots have special training camps. Really? You know what it is? They are cheerleaders. They start out as cheerers. They start out like, female cheerleaders, male cheerleaders, doing the flips, doing all that stuff. They're gymnasts. They're people that may even train to be in the Olympics. These are people that can do the running and doing the flip, like Simone Biles. That's who these people are. And that's who this young man is from Manitoba, that he was a very, very talented gymnast at a young age. And that is part of the reason why he got the job. There's probably a combination of his personality was ever outgoing and just really cool and awesome. And then also he had real athletic skill. So that's probably a lot of it right there, Trevor. There's probably is a special training camp, but it's called gymnastics school. It's like tumbling for tots, like when you're real little, right? Cowboy is here. Good to see Bradley back in the house. Always love to see my friend from Tada. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Let's go. Dap, dap, dap. Spray paint for Mr. Dukes and alley-oop for Kareem. Yeah, spray paint. That's what Grady and Emmanuel are all about. Spray paint. They're going to hit threes this year, and they're going to go. They're going to do something like that. Y'all will see this. A casual Raptor fan will be like, what the hell are they doing? But we know because the Raptor Freak channel is on top of stuff. And yeah, you can tell your friend. That's spray paint, man. You didn't know about spray paint? Where you been? Come on now. Yeah, spray paint. Look out. We coming with spray paint this year. Cover your eyes. That's right. Mr. Dukes and alley for Kareem. You want to alley for Kareem Thomas? All right, we can do that. Cowboy. Cowboy in the house. That's right. Where is it? Where is it? All right, I jumped ahead. I want to make sure I get back to the right spot. There's Cowboy right there. All right, we'll give a dunk to Kareem. And yeah, you want to dunk for Tommy too? All right, we can do that. We'll give both these guys good Raptor Freaks dunks. Yeah, good stuff. Lots of stuff happening. Tomorrow, of course, is our first game of the preseason. We're going to be ready for that. Tomorrow, I'll have the preview for you guys. All the latest news. The Wizards are in Montreal. We've seen Jonas Valanciunas show up, and the Wizards social admin was asking him, what do you think of when you come to Canada? And Jonas basically told the guys that I used to live here. That's what he told them. He said, I used to live here. Yeah, Jonas has a lot of thoughts about Canada, I'm sure, as a former Raptor rookie and draft pick of our franchise, somebody that we do truly very much love still as an alumni of our team. Man, I can't get mad at Jonas Valanciunas. First of all, I'm an Estonian guy. He's a Lithuanian guy. And, us Baltic stakes, we got to stick together. And in some ways, Jonas is just such a fun guy. In some ways, he's an underrated Raptor who was really a part of the climb to get to the championship in a way that he gets forgotten. He was playing on our team the year we won the championship and got traded in the middle of the season. But is this guy salty? Is this guy upset? No, he just lives his life with his beautiful wife and his beautiful family. He's doing really well. So yeah, Jonas, welcome back to Canada. We're so happy to have you back. Also seeing that they had the Mason event last night in Montreal, and rookie for the Wizards, Keyshawn George, was there. And well, he's Canadian and he has ties to Montreal. So this is probably the main reason why we're playing the Wizards in our preseason game tomorrow, because we've got Chris Boucher and they've got George. And the Montreal ties between both those players are very strong to that city. So very, very cool to see the Wizards getting out there and doing events in Montreal also, as the Raptors are doing theirs. Of course, Chris Boucher did his comedy night last night at Coco Luna. And yeah, good turnout, it seems. He raised a lot of money for Slim Duck Foundation. And yeah, Chris Redd was the headliner. Good stuff there. Yeah, Cowboys saying one more sleep and it's Raptor time. There you go. There's the Raptor. And look at that. He put the emoticon head of Raptor Tommy coming through once again. He sees who we're doing today, and he's got the Raptor in our chat as an emote. Fantastic job, Tommy. I love that so much. Andrew saying one more day. Let's go, Andrew, with the countdown. You're so close, Andrew. You have counted down the days since like 50 or something. And now you've gotten to one. Grady Dick won. Yeah, and our dick is growing here in Toronto right now. That's right. He literally is. He's gotten bigger this summer. That's right. Let's see. Dana's saying, good morning, everyone. I can't wait till tomorrow. Canadian Dana is here for it. She's ready for tomorrow, and she's got the Raptor on blast, too. Love you, Dana. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. And, yeah, let's watch some Raptors basketball tomorrow night. How about it? How about it? That's right. Fiercey's here on time. Okay, Fiercey's not at work today. So she's had a hard time getting into the chat on time. She's been coming in right when I'm leaving, and I feel bad. I almost felt like, yesterday I should have hung out for like another 5 minutes just because Fiercey just showed up. But I'm glad to see you here today earlier, MJ. So happy to see you today. Morning, fam, and happy Saturday. Crazy days at work since my colleague left. I'm actually working now. Just kidding. But that's why I joined the stream late these past few days. Glad I'm here today. We understand. And listen, everybody's got lives and different busy periods where they go through. And it just happens that way. In some ways, MJ, I understand. Sometimes you've got a wedding in Jamaica. Sometimes you have this, you have that. It's just how it is. It's life. And the Raptor Freak stream's here for everybody when they're ready and they can be back and watch. I'm actually expecting a lot of people to return very soon because the games are about to start again. We've got our diehards to stay all season, off season with me and the off season content. But there is a whole other level of Raptor Freaks that show up when the games are in session to get those previews and reactions. And I'm excited to have everybody come back. Like we're coming back from school, from the summer. So MJ, it's all good. And when you can be here, that's awesome. I know you would be here if you could. Wayne's here. Good to see Sergeant Wayne Strainer. He's saying, morning, Raptor Freaks. Great to be here. My hunger for the latest Raptors news is immense. Thanks for your channel, Lex. Merci. Merci. That's right. We got Chris Boucher speaking a lot of French this weekend. And as a big, huge #1 diplomat for the Raptors in Montreal, this is the weekend that he should have gotten last year. And instead, he had COVID. He couldn't even come to Montreal for the games in Montreal last year. So it's really good that he's there this year. It's kind of like we did a redo in some ways. But yeah, really good stuff. with the Raptors at the open practice yesterday. It looked like it was a very competitive game. In fact, there's something that happened before the game, and the Darko was talking about it. The thing that really impressed him the most about the open practice was DJ Carton. Yeah, he said that DJ Carton did a dunk before the game that was so impressive. He said that his head almost hit the rim. That he did a bit of a Vince Carter, like kind of bringing it up from through your legs up and around. And there's some pictures of it up in different places. In fact, it's on the Instagram stories. I should go look at the Instagram stories. Let's just do that real quick. First, we got Scotty putting Emmanuel on blast. I love to see it. Scotty has been putting all his main guys on blast lately. He put RJ and Grady and Oshai and all them on, different guys are on blast. So he's putting Emmanuel on blast. So Scotty may not be with the team presently, but he's with them on social media at least. Let's see who else we got. We got Jay Nathan at the game, and he's talking to the camera, and he's talking some smack. And then we see a nice dunk that he gets. Grady on the top of the key. He comes around, and Mobo's cutting, and he gets underneath, and he turns around and reverse jams it up through there. Good job, J-Mo. Really, really good stuff. Get up, Rook. That's what they're saying. And there he is doing a little bit of the Joel Embiid wings, airplane wings. A little bit higher, though, so it's more like a bird flying. But yeah, we see Mobo very happy at the, this is the kind of thing that's really cool for the rookies, because this is like their first taste of, like, you're an NBA player and these kids have come here to see you, and you are getting, like, you are bona fide now. You're just about to start your rookie year in the NBA. So, pinch Jonathan Mobo, Brendan Carlson, Ulrich Shamshe, and those guys, because, man, they're like, I'm in the NBA now. Manu quickly putting his purple pictures on blast. He's playing Drake over it. I love to see it. Meep. He's doing the Roadrunner, guys. Meep. Emmanuel quickly, you got some Roadrunner in you. Meep. That's so good. That's so good. And there he is with the crowd at the open practice last night. So fun. And he was at the practice earlier in the day with the kids. And Emmanuel was just having so much fun messing around with the kids and getting really excited and getting hyped. As Jama said in his interview yesterday, the kids give energy just as much as you give energy to them. So it's like you come in there, it's not exhausting. Those kids actually amp you up. It's like getting charged at the charging station. It's like these kids have so much energy, they're charging up our Raptors. So really, really good event yesterday with the kids, giving back to the community. Some interviewers like, why are you guys here? He's like, what do you mean? We're the Raptors. We do stuff like this. Why are you here with these kids? Well, we love doing the community stuff. That's why. There is Carton on his Instagram stories with it in motion. You can see him doing it with the legs. I'm telling you, this guy is a serious dude. Why would we hold on to him like this? Seriously, we could have cut him last year, and it would have made so much sense because he was hurt. But no, we valued him to hold on to for the future. I'm telling you, there's something about DJ Carton that's going to be coming around this year that y'all are going to see, and you're going to realize why. Jamal Shed has got that number 5 quickly on his Instagram stories posted. And there he is getting up for a dunk. Yeah, Jamal didn't play in the open practice, but he did do a dunk before. He was kind of dunking against DJ Carton. So I don't know exactly what happened, but he did not play, but he was dunking before the game. Grady Dick at that practice in the morning with the kids, being involved with the community in Montreal. Really, really awesome event. And the kids got these cool Bagel Raptor jerseys, Bagel Raptor shirts. Really, really interesting. There's Grady on the end line at the open practice. And here's some more clips from it. Bruno Fernando making a nice little jumper at the free throw line, wearing the number 24 that Norman used to wear. There you go. Here's our guy that we're honoring today, the Raptor. On his Instagram, he's saying, it's good to be back. Yeah, it's really good to be back, number 95. We love seeing you back, 95, and you are the Raptor. You always have been, and you always will be. So the Raptors showing up for another year, 30th year in the NBA, man. That's such a huge accomplishment, and that's why we're sharing the love for you today, Raptor. That's right. And there he is sitting in the crowd with a nice young lady, and they're having a nice time. He's getting a little fresh with her, it looks like, a little fresh. And he's saying, thanks for coming out to the open practice, fans. Yeah, then waving to everybody afterwards. We got RJ Barrett putting the Emmanuel Quickly purple 5 on blast on his Instagram stories. And also he's got a clip of him versus the United States from World Cup from two summers ago and scoring on him. Don't show him everything, dog. There you go. Kelly Olynyk posting that and RJ reposting it. I love it. Jamison Battles got some woman working out. I think it's his girlfriend. Or it's his trainer, not totally sure. He's working on balance and agility. She's trying to help him make sure he has his form correctly. Okay, that's an interesting thing. And he's also got put on blast Tyler Wald or something. a man match or something. I don't know. Chris Boucher was on CTV News in Montreal yesterday, and there he is. They're talking about tonight. Limited tickets remaining for Slim Duck Foundation comedy night last night, Night of Laughter. So I'm hoping it went really well at Yoko Luna. And there he is also at the practice with the kids earlier in the day. So Chris had a really full day. He had the practice earlier with the children from school. He had the open practice, and then he had his Night of Laughter later on. So what a full day. Boucher might need the day off today. No lie. There he is putting another Emmanuel Quickly post up. He's reposted Emmanuel saying, meet me, meet me. So he's the one who wrote meet me. And Emmanuel liked it, so he reposted it. So Root Runner is in the house, Warner Brothers. That's right. We got meet me. I love that, actually. It's so fitting. There's a clip from the open practice. Slim Duck hitting a nice long three on that clip, that highlight. There he is with his guys at the Night of Laughter at Yoko Luna. And there's all kinds of different let's see. This guy's wearing a Lakers hat. Why the F I got a Lakers hat on? The guy shouldn't have worn the Lakers hat. Kiki Love Sue. Why are you wearing a Lakers hat with Chris Boucher? Get that Lakers hat out of there, man. Come on now. Why are you wearing that? He even called himself out. Yeah, and then there's that looked like a really nice locale where they had it at Yoko Luna. They really, really cool plays. Chris taking the stage and getting on the mic and thanking everybody for the money, for Slim Duck Foundation for showing up and paying for tickets. And yeah, we see him with the owner of Yoko Luna and his friend Eddie King. Let's see who else. There's just a lot of clips from the Night of Laughter on Slim Duck's Instagram. So good stuff. Yeah, there he is with the backwards 25 with the fans at the open practice. Really good stuff. Matt Devlin did the Hello and Welcome podcast yesterday, and they tried out weird new calls. It was really funny. He said he had some really dumb nicknames and stuff that they made him say, and it's actually really funny. And Matt Devlin's such a good sport for doing that. We love Matt Devlin, the voice of the Raptors. And hello and welcome. Have a great year this year. Your first full year as a podcast. I hope you guys do a really good job this year. I'm sure you will. You're kind of like in between me and Sportsnet. Yeah, in some ways, you guys got to be rogue and be able to do whatever you want. But maybe on the download, you're still kind of being paid by the big companies, but you're kind of doing what I do. I don't know. Either way, I wish the best to Hello and Welcome podcast. And I know these guys are going to do a fantastic job this year. In some ways, it's going to be much better than the Raptors show. Just trust. If Matt Bonner's on it. We got Norman Powell, got a Harden and Kawhi Leonard in different practice with the kids. And he was the one who was very impressed with the dance before. And there he is reposting that RJ thing. Don't show him everything, dog. That's right. Jamal McGlure got something to forbid. He's got it looks like a Emmanuel Quickly jersey bid for auction for charity. So Jamal McGlure's got some stuff in the works to earn some money for some people that need it. And he's got all kinds of funny clips, of course. Always Jamal McGlure saying, I hope you remember to stop a moment and celebrate how far you've come. Man, 3 years, Jamal. 3 years, and I ain't stopping. No, I ain't stopping. If people in Raptors or anywhere else think I'm going to stop, I'm not. I am not. I'm going to be doing this a long time. And Teresa Rest, WNBA Toronto president, more clips of the Elevate conference this week, Elevate Festival. Amari Moore showing off DJ Carton from Summer League and some of the highlights from the Summer League games that they played in. Really good stuff. They're showing DJ Carton highlights there. Really good. Watch your head is what he's saying. Raptors official at men showing the practice with the kids yesterday, doing drills, dribbling back and forth up and down the court. The Raptors out in the middle of it, trying to get in the way of the young girls that are trying to do the drill. And there's Kelly Olynyk talking to the crowd, all the kids with their bagel shirts. Let's see what else. Raptors at men's got a lot. They're doing jumping drills with Jama, Lissaji, teaching them how to do good layups. There's Grady doing the high fives, all kinds of good stuff. There's the Raptor doing his signature laying down pose that he does. And there's a kid laying it with him. It's hilarious. Yeah, good stuff. And then they're getting introduced. There's Alrish Shamshe running out. He's yelling. He's smiling big. He's like, dude, you're arrived, man. You're an NBA player. And these kids came to see NBA players. And you are one, man. You are one. Yeah, there's Mobo talking trash. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, Oshai. There's Faruno Fernando teaching them defensive postures. Lots of good training for these young kids. Such an awesome camp. We got Emmanuel getting them hyped up. So many good things happening yesterday in Raptors world. Very, very, very good Friday yesterday. Very, very good Friday. There's McGill and the starting of the open practice. First of all, they do an open weave practice kind of like drills, and then they actually play a scrimmage against each other. So they actually do see the Raptors do like practice drills before they actually play the scrimmage. So there's a lot to it. Yeah, and some of the clips are very interesting. The gym's very small. They only have bleachers on one side, and there's a wall on the other side. But that's kind of fun for these NBA guys to play in a smaller setting like this and kind of have fun. But yeah, it was a packed house, even though at McGill for the open practice last night. Yeah, good stuff. And then we got let's go look at Siakam for a second. Siakam's got his coach Rick Carlisle on blast on his Instagram stories right now. It's Rick Carlisle checking in. Let's see, he's also filming more at practice and talking about his teammates and watching and seeing what he's seeing. He's talking to TJ McConnell. And yeah, you know that Pascal's really putting his life on blast these days on his social media. There's some little bag by his car, and he's like, "What is this? Somebody left him a present by his car. What is it?" He's opening it up. What is it, Siakam? I want to see it. What is it? It's a watch. Somebody left him a watch by his car door. When you live in the NBA, people leave you expensive watches next to your car, I guess. What a life, Siakam. What a life. We got Monique on her Instagram stories with the all the purple jerseys and the Raptors on there. Love to see Monique's Instagram also. There you go. There's the Instagram stories for today. Yeah, open practice. All kinds of stuff happening there. Tommy's giving me some memberships. Okay, Tommy has gifted 5 memberships. We're going to have to see who got them in just a sec, guys. All right, let me see what else we got going on in the chat. Yeah. Let's see. Fiercely saying the Raptor is amazing. And I'm not saying it because he represents us. He or she rocks. My second favorite is Benny the Bull. Third is LeBron. That is funny, Fiercey. That is really, really funny. I'm going to give you a big dunk for that. You called LeBron a mascot. And in some ways, that's very disrespectful. But it is what it is. Apparently, Bronny got his first points as an NBA player in the preseason yesterday. And it was like off a broken play, and it was kind of cheesy. And even they showed LeBron's reaction afterwards, and he wasn't that thrilled or anything. It wasn't like he was overjoyed. I guess it's because it's preseason. He doesn't look at it as the special first basket for Bronny. But yeah, Bronny got a basket yesterday in the preseason game. Yeah, Benny the Bull's pretty good. They do a lot of polls about mascots in the NBA, and Benny the Bull is historically one of the top. But I bet you the Raptors up there on a lot of people's lists these days. Oh, yeah, he's up there. I mean, there's iconic NBA mascots, the gorilla, the coyote for San Antonio, Rocky for Denver. There's different ones that are very, very like kind of bigger than just their team. And yeah, Benny the Bull's up there near the top. But I think our Raptors better than Benny the Bull. Benny the Bull retired in the last couple of years. So it's not the same person doing Benny the Bull at this point. Kareem saying, salute all freaks. Alley oops to Neon Moon, Tom Duke, Mrs. Werthers, Dana. Who are we giving the 2-finger salute to this morning? Well, I want to give it to old 15 still, because that's who I'd like to give the 2-finger salute all season long this year. Yeah, until you come correct, Vince, I'm giving you 2-finger salutes, my guy. You got to come correct. Why can't you just do the decent thing? Admit that you quit on us and apologize for it. Because in some ways, that was not a good reason for you to quit on us. Whatever convoluted reason pro-Vince people are saying, oh, the front office sucked. The coach sucked. No. Listen, there's no guarantees in this life. Sometimes you have a shitty NBA coach. Sometimes you have a shitty front office. And once again, what you do reflects on you. Rob Babcock, what he does reflects on him. And Vince Carter, you had control over what you did. And you chose to do what you did. And you really, really sent a horrible message to young people. You broke cardinal sins of professional sports. In some ways, people shouldn't respect you because you admitted you quitted. And now you won't admit you did now and apologize to us. It's when you admitted you quitted, you were bragging about it like we didn't matter. You're like, oh, yeah, I didn't try for the Raptors. I didn't even jump. And that was so disrespectful. And that made people around the NBA being, yeah, well, this guy made them on the map, but he doesn't even respect them. It's a horrible, horrible thing. And in some ways, Vince, you have not healed this correctly. In some ways, you are not a part of Raptors Nation. We can tell you're fake, and you're still a fake to this day. Yeah, there you go. All right, you want me to give a 2-finger salute to somebody? I'll just say that. How about that? Cowboys got the 2-finger salute to Butthole Face and He Who Shall Not Be Named. There you go. I like that. One more day. Yay. Spray paint. Let's go. Spray paint. Yeah, spray paint. Let's go. How we are playing on Sunday, then next game is on Friday. Well, in some ways, the game tomorrow is really kind of a Montreal thing. And they got to travel back, and there'll be more training camp. They'll continue to work out, but here at OVO. and they'll have the next game on Friday. It is a little bit spread out, but part of it is Darko and the coaches want to have some tape to look at and fine tune things and talk to the guys this week and work on some more stuff. It could very well be they want to work on certain things tomorrow, try it out and fine tune it for a few days, and then try it again on Friday. So the spread outedness of it is what it is. But you know what? In some ways, you want to ease into the season. You don't want to just go head first into it and have like back-to-backs and like 2 or 3 games in 5 days or something like that. No, you got to ease into the season. And that's part of what's happening there. Naka's saying that time the Raptor ate someone was my favorite moment with him in a big rubber costume. The Raptor was. Yeah, he can do that. That's the person's a plant, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm busting your secrets. And they just get in the costume with him. Yeah, it's funny, that little fat one that comes out, he's like, rah, 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 and then he like takes them, and then they often go in upside down, and then they have to walk out together to not break the story. But yeah, that's a fun one, Gerald. Good to see you, Naco the Nacho, my good friend Gerald. I hope you're doing good today, this Saturday, my guy. That's right. Cowboy saying, if Kareem was a mascot, I'd call him the Humper Dunker. That's pretty good, Cowboy. I like that. I'm gonna give you a dunk for that one. The Humper Dunker. The Humper Dunker. That's so weird, man. 140. Cowboy, you're at 140 now. Let's see what else is going on. Fiercely saying the Raptor versus Devin Booker was epic. Yeah, that's a great moment in Raptor history. That the Raptor was in an empty arena, no fans, and he messed up Devin Booker's free throws, and Devin Booker got him kicked out of our own arena. I thought that was wrong in some ways. It's like, it's our arena, Devin, and this is our mascot. What the hell? You're kicking our mascot out of the arena? What the hell? We don't even have fans here. We can't even have our mascot here to bug you? That's messed up. What a pansy Devin Booker was over the Raptor issue that time. Yeah, that's a great Raptor memory. I'm glad you brought it up, Fiercey. It was epic. It was epic. Kareem saying Humper Dunker. Yeah, Humper Dunker. Humper Dunker. And you know what? You wouldn't be a Raptor. You'd be like some sort of weird monster, like Stuff the Magic Dragon. You'd be like something like that weird-ass Washington Wizards mascot. Nobody knows what that fucking thing is. It's supposed to be a wizard or something, but he's not a wizard. He's not human. I don't know. There's some weird mascots out there. They look like Jim Henson's Muppets rejects, people that weren't good enough to be on the Muppet Show or Sesame Street. So instead, they send them to like Philadelphia to cheer for their Flyers team or something like that. Yeah, I did just diss Gritty. Yeah, I did. Randolph's here. Good to see Randolph Phillips, the great Randolph Phillips, beloved Raptors. Freaks, most formative gang. Saturday blessings. There's a lot to make you content in this day if you will seek, hope, and believe. Live in the fullest. There you go, Randolph. I appreciate that. What a positive words of wisdom. And let's see what Leo's saying today. We missed Leo yesterday. He didn't do his words of wisdom until like 1 o'clock yesterday. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. In some ways, you got to realize when something, you probably should move on. But yeah, I totally get what Leo's saying. Good stuff from both y'all today. Yeah, 10-4, roger that. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Tommy Dookie. Cowboys got a lot. Darko with the red eyes on blast. There you go. Fiercely saying, yeah, Aces beat my team, New York Liberty, but I'm not worried. They planned well against Ionescu. Very low scoring for her, but they hopefully adjust for the next game. Well, that's what the playoffs are. It's a chess battle between the coaches and changes and switching things up. And, well, adjustments. Let's see the adjustments game between the coaches of the Liberty and the Aces for Game 4 coming up soon. Yeah, Fiercey saying our team is already crippled, but it's early in the season and minor injuries. Let's go. Yeah, I don't like that word. And I don't think that that's true. I think that right now, Fiercey, I'll say this. These are baby boo-boos. These aren't big injuries anybody has. These are just precautionary. In some ways, read the room. There's a bunch of guys trying to make this team, 21 players on our training camp roster. And, well, guys like Scotty aren't even there. Emmanuel's a little hurt. Jacoby's a little hurt. Well, the opportunities for other people to step up and get those minutes when it doesn't matter is that. In some ways, Garrett Temple not being there for personal reasons is that he's a very old vet. And in some ways, he don't want to mess around with open practice. If he has something else that's more important to do right then, well, that's fine. So I wouldn't read into this. I know I gave a laundry list the guys who didn't play last night, but they all have valid different reasons. Sure, Bruce Brown is definitely out because of healing from surgery, but Scotty's not hurt. Emmanuel's barely hurt. Jamal Shed may have taken a hit to the head, and Jarko's like, yeah, you're just going to sit tonight. It's fine. But these guys, they're not that hurt. And I don't want you to think they are just because I went over the list of guys who didn't play last night. In some ways, it's not the right way to think because these guys are fine. They're fine. Yeah. G saying Bruno looked ready. Yeah. Jakob had some really nice things to say about the big men yesterday in his practice interview. He was asked about Shamshay, Carlson, and Fernando and what they're learning from him. And he said, well, uh, Bruno's already far along. He's a pro. He knows what he's doing. And the young rookies are asking me a lot of questions. He's saying that Alrish Shamshay has been just mining him for information about the NBA and how to play center. And that's a good sign that Shamshay is very much asking Jakob a lot of questions. And of course, Carlson and him have a bit of a bond because they're both from Utah. And, that, in some ways, these guys are very different. And this was brought up by the press and Darko in their interviews saying that, in some ways, Carlson can go to Kelly Olynyk and talk to him about passing and offensive stuff, and he can go to Pirtle for defensive advice and that kind of thing. And now, yesterday, apparently, they were using Kelly at the open practice in a similar way that they'll use Scotty. That in some ways, Kelly was the stand-in for Scotty last night, and he was doing a lot of the passing at the top of the key, like Scotty may be doing. And Darko straight up said afterwards, yeah, I was using him as a sub-in for Scotty in his place. And Kelly was supposed to be doing the stuff Scotty would have been doing if he was here. I also bet that they used Mobo a bit as a stand-in for Scotty yesterday, too. So, yeah, interesting stuff. And there was a lot of talk in the last 2 days about a 4 or 5 pick and roll, like a pick and roll between players like Kelly Olynyk and Scotty Barnes together. Yeah, think about that. We may be doing big pick and rolls, not even with a guard, where the 4s and the 5s are doing the pick and roll with each other. Because some of our guys have that ability right there. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah. Kareem saying when Jama speaks, everyone listens. Yeah, he's awesome. Jama's very enthusiastic. He pumps you up with good positive energy. That's right. Tom saying it. Fiercely saying it. Tom, Diva Booker is soft. There you go, clown. That's so funny. Cowboy saying it's so true. When we to the coaches challenge, when Jama speaks, everyone listens. Well, when we went to coaches open house, you mean? Coaches open house is what you meant. Yeah, I mean, Jama's just he's a good leader. He's a positive energy, and he's magnetic. People will listen to him. That's for sure. Yeah, Tommy's saying haha and Fiercey, and Kaz is saying I hope Jama stays with the Raptors forever. Well, I would say this. I think that in some ways, I don't want Darko to lose his job, but if there's somebody who may step in that's on the current staff after him as the head coach of the Raptors, it could very well be Jama. I think that may be very likely. But like I said, Darko's got to have his course and let him be successful on his own and get there at some point. But there is a very telling picture up on Raptors Admin from yesterday. Actually, I think it was from Grange that has the Raptors coaches in order, kind of like their pecking order. I can tell because it's like Darko, Pat Delaney, Jama, then James Wade, and then like Mike Batiste, and it goes all the way down. It's kind of like the order of, I don't know if it's the order of what they are in the hierarchy, because there's a lot of debate whether the associate head coach for the Raptors is Jama or Pat Delaney. And in some ways, and also James Wade is a bit involved in the hierarchy of the coach. I don't know if Darko really has a second assistant coach that's like his second, but it's very ambiguous. In some ways, I would say Jama is the natural one, but there's been signs that it's Pat Delaney. And then also, because of the experience of Coco in the Chicago Sky, James Wade could actually be the second coach in waiting too. But I don't know. In some ways, if I had my choice as that, it would be Jama. It would be Jama for me, just because he's Canadian. He has a lot of experience with the Raptors in particular from being here before. And he's just that kind of guy, like we've been talking about just now. Yeah. Trevor's saying they say the Las Vegas Aces, the only franchise in WNBA history to sell out every regular season game at home 2024. Wow, that's an impressive stat for that league. In some ways, it's also their market. Las Vegas has a lot of people that come there as tourists, and they want to do fun things. So they may show up and they're like, hey, honey, I've always wanted to check out the WNBA. So there's a lot of people that are from out of town that may come and watch this as a novelty. So there's a lot of people going to Vegas for entertainment. And that probably does help the Aces. Not only that, the way they win, that helps too. Carlo's here. Morning, Lex and fellow freaks. Morning, Carlo. Another baby this week. Another baby, the big daddy. Carlo, good job. And I hope the baby's doing really well this morning. Awesome to see you in the chat this morning. Blackhawk saying, The Raptors mascot is so cool that it's badass on the jersey. Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, look that when you look at our logo, you think of the mascot. Like he's the embodiment of what is on the jerseys, is on our gear. You know, he is this. Let me get this right. This way. This guy on the side here, he is this dude in the middle of the logo because he looks exactly like him. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Cowboys saying, I'm not trying to be biased, but Toronto sports teams has the best mascots. So you're talking about Carlton the Bear and Ace? Hang on. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that Carlton's pretty fun, although he's nothing like the Raptor. Does Carlton do flips? No. Does Carlton jump off a trampoline? Maybe, but like for a very easy one-handed dunk. Yeah, Carlton's funny and he's kind of cute. I don't know how many Carltons there have been. There's probably been quite a few Carlton the Bears. I don't think there's just been one guy doing Carlton, but maybe I'm wrong. And then Ace, I mean, I don't see enough of Ace. In some ways, there's such a huge sky dome that it's like he gets lost in the whole thing. Sure, if he's on the field, you can see him running around doing some hijinks, but it's nothing like at the Raptors game. So intimate, so up close, so in everybody's face. In some ways, those guys, you know, they're not getting the same kind of performance space as the Raptor does because he could jump out on the court and do stuff. Does Carlton get out on the ice and start skating around? You know, and the Ace, it's such a big arena that it's like hard to see him. I was like, oh, there's the Blue Jays mascot. You know, they're not bad mascots. I think that they're cool, kind of looking. But man, they're nothing like the Raptor. Come on now, Cowboy. Nothing like the Raptor. That's right. Carlo Hay from Cass. And Tom saying ageism should stay out of the mascot world. Geesh, no chance for me. Tommy, how's your knee? How's your knees? That's why I asked you. How's your back? This is what I'm talking about, man. Come on, that's a young man's game. In some ways, were you ever a gymnast, Tom? You've never been a gymnast in your life. Have you? Seriously? If you've been out there doing like crazy flips, like a kung fu master or something, like if you're able to do those cartwheel flips, like all the way down the street, maybe you have a chance. But I don't know, Tom. I've met you. And as long as this is not ageism, this is athletic ability, Tom. And you need to have some amazing athletic ability to be the Raptor. I'm sorry. It's not ageism. I'm sorry. In some ways, yeah, it's a young man's game. Because listen, like I said, they want to replace him with a long-term person like him down the road. They don't want to they don't want a mascot carousel. They want to set this right and get it the right place, the right person, and have a longevity, with them. Yeah, let's go. Cowboys saying Santino. That's right, Santino. And Tom saying, oh, well, two-finger salute to getting old. What you got that privilege, Tom? That's great. You've had your time. You've had fun things you've done when you're younger, and don't regret it. It's just, everybody's, you get the blessing of growing old. That's the important thing, Tom. That's what you got to think about right there. That's right. Look at all the old heads all of a sudden in the chat. Oh my gosh, old heads. And there's purple, some purple fever. And Tommy's saying song request. You want Paint It Purple? I don't even know that song. Who sings that? Paint It Purple? Is that, you mean like, you want me to do a Rolling Stones version of Paint It Black and it's Paint It Purple? That's a little bit weird, Tom, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Why not? Because that's the only song I know, Paint It Whatever Color. You should have told me that, though. You mean Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones, right? I see the red door and I want to paint it purple. I no colors anymore, just want to paint it purple. I drove on down to Scotiabank to watch the Raptors play. I've seen Scotty Barnes dunk it every day. I see a red door and the Raptors fans want to paint it purple. They want that fever flowing through their feverish minds. I went to a Raptors game and I cheered real loud one day. I saw the Raptor do flips that Tom Dookie can do. Ooh. Is that what you wanted? You wanted Paint It Purple? Want to see you paint it. Paint it purple. Purple is the Raptor. Purple fever is struck again. Oh my gosh. All right. Kareem saying BYU's Cougar mascot is by far the best mascot of all time. I'd advise everyone to YouTube him. He's insane. Well, he just isn't on the same level. This guy's not a pro, Kareem. I'm sorry. You got to be pro level, baby. And college just don't cut it. I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah, I'm sure there's great high school mascots out there, Kareem, also. Y'all YouTube him if you want. But I ain't got the time. That's right. Daniel saying, morning, everyone. Good morning, Daniel. Good to see you. Andrew saying, I love Jonas. Glad he's still in the league. Yeah, that's kind of amazing in some ways. In some ways, Jonas, like 10 years ago, was like, is he an extinct dinosaur? Like literally, like the raptor. It's like, is this center like Jonas Valanciunas going extinct, like a dinosaur? Well, we were worried about that, but man survived. Man got a little bit of a 3-point shot, and he's extended his career. No, we love Jonas Valanciunas, and we're going to be so happy to see him playing tomorrow in Canada, in Montreal, against the Raptors. Yeah, we love Jonas. Jonas is one of my favorites from back in the day, for sure. Yeah, Cowboys saying he'll check out the BYU Cougar. And Kaz is saying Canada basketball on the come up. That's right, RJ. That's right, Zach Edie. Let's go. Peter's here. What's cracking, freaks? Peter's here. Peter's Aborin, our current Raptor Freak NBA fantasy champion from last season. Peter, we got another season coming up. Are you ready to try and defend your title just like MK did in the WNBA world? Well, are you going to be able to, Peter? A lot of pressure on you to continue to be the Raptor Freak fantasy basketball champion and NBA basketball. Ooh, Peter, it's got a lofty goal this year. We'll have to see, Peter. It's good to see you in the chat this morning. Cowboys saying, can't wait to hear the ref report tomorrow. That's right. In some ways, I don't even know if I'll know the refs, though, for the preseason game. I probably will. I should check that. Now, are they listing them for preseason games? Let me just check, and I'll be able to tell you for sure if we got the ref report or not. Man, I might have to do some pre-work for this. Because in some ways, yeah, they do have them listed. So I'll be able to tell you guys who the refs are tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll go over it. We'll go over it and we'll talk about who's who and what. But yeah, we'll have the ref report returning tomorrow. That's something very unique to the Raptor Freak stream. You ain't going to hear this on any other Raptor content where I actually give you the report of who the referees are and how good they are for the Raptors in certain ways. Our win percentages. I actually keep track of all those stats with the refs. So I kind of know what we can expect from the officials. Let's see. Andrew's saying, can't wait for tomorrow. Unfortunate Jacoby isn't playing. Hopefully IQ's hand is fine. Yeah, I'm going to guess right now, none of these guys are going to play tomorrow. Yeah, I'll bet you Scotty doesn't go out tomorrow and play. I'll bet you that I play tomorrow. And Scotty, I don't think he's showing up to Montreal at all this weekend, guys. I really, really don't think he is. I think that he's just going to be with the team when they come back this week. And for whatever personal reason, we can kind of think that it has to do with the baby coming. And that's probably likely, hopefully. But yeah, I don't think he's even going to go to Montreal. I don't even think he's going to show up, which is too bad because he advertised for it. And people are like, oh, man, I want to see Scotty Barnes. But, man, I don't think he did. I don't know. Scotty loves Montreal. I know that. He went there one summer, the summer of Twitch, and he had a blast in Montreal. So in some ways, he knows Montreal really well. Maybe he's like, I need to be here with the baby and the baby mama. And I've been there, done that, Montreal. Yeah, it's cool. I've been there. I like it. Yeah. Let's see. Kaz is saying Scotty about to go crazy this season. I hope so. Let's see if that baby daddy strength happens where he gets inspired by the birth of his child. That could be really interesting this year. That's right. Peter in the house. That's right. Peter's saying Toronto's dick is growing and getting bigger. Too funny. It's too easy. In some ways, I don't want to do these jokes regularly, but when the news out of training camp is that Dick has grown, well, you just got to report the facts. And that's what we're doing here, that Grady Dick has grown this summer. He's bigger person at this point. And that's just the damn truth. It's just the damn truth. I'm just reporting the news, Peter. What do you get your mind out of the gutter? That's right. Okay, we've got Tommy giving memberships out, and he's got Monique has got one of these memberships. Good to see the super fan is here watching the show. We got Stillman getting one of them. Good to see Stillman in here, longtime Raptor freak. Nameless, my paisano plumber. Andrew is saying 22, 8, and 8 for Scott. That's what you think he's going to average? 22 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. That's a pretty good stat line. I like it. The base man getting in on that. And so is MK, our WNBA fantasy champion. So let me see. My lineup is point guard Monique. Monique is the point guard. She's running the show. We'll put Mischief at center because I know that man's a big man. We'll put Nameless at power forward so he can push people around. Stillman, you're going to be at the swing and the 3. And MK, you're going to play a shooting guard. So there you go. There's my starting 5 from Tommy's 5 gifted memberships right there. So benevolent by Tommy. He may not be young enough to be the mascot, but he is old enough and nice enough to be a membership provider. What a guy. Tommy, you're awesome. I'm going to give you a big, huge dunk for being so kind and benevolent to the other Raptor freaks and giving them some dunks, babe, giving them some memberships. I love it. So I'm going to give you some dunks. There you go. Tommy, you're going to go. I'm going to give you a 10-pointer. So you're at 225 now, Tom. 225 dunks for Mr. Tom Duke of Victoria, British Columbia. There you go. Let's keep going. Let's see. W to Tom. Yeah, look at that. So kind. WWW. That's right. Nice lineup, Tommy Guns. Yeah, I like that starting lineup. We got Mo in there. That's right. Super fan Mo got one. That's right. That's right. Super fan Mo. We know you're here, and I don't mind if you're just lurking. We know that you would be chiming in and saying great things to us, but she's just watching. Let's see, Superwoman. That's right. Super fan, Superwoman. You can whatever you want to put in there. That is Monique. Roger that. That's right. Andrew's saying, I can't wait to watch Grady and Shamshay hoop. Those are going to be fun guys to watch. I want to see Grady. Like, because one of the things that they've talked about this week is Grady understands where to go better than his rookie year. That in some ways he's more savvy about spacing and about getting to open spots and people finding him. In some ways, he's gotten more on the same page with his teammates about what to expect, what Grady might do with his instincts and his proclivities on the court. And that's great. Last year, they didn't do that. They didn't try and figure that out more easily. No, they got it more down pat. And now these guys may be able to read where Grady's going to be really easy because they understand his tendencies. So I'm all about that. Grady Dick is going to be getting better opportunities on offense in different ways, whether it's scoring in different ways than just the spot up threes, when he's cutting, whether he might be putting the ball on the floor and trying to dribble around people. There's all kinds of different ways Grady's going to expand his game this year, and it's going to be fun. You know, last year when we were watching Grady, it was almost like we saw something new and exciting about him every single time he took the court. There was like, wow, oh, wow, I didn't realize he could do that. Sometimes it would be some defensive hustle. Sometimes it would be like really crazy rebounding. Like he's just getting in there, mixing it up and stealing rebounds when he shouldn't have. You know, there's been things that he's done to impress in little ways. And well, the bigger Grady this season may have more of these moments coming up where we're like, wow, Grady's awesome. And everybody will forget we picked him over Jordan Hawkins. Everybody will forget that, like, Lex was like, man, we shouldn't have picked Grady Dick. I was like, yeah, because I did say that when we did, because I didn't think he'd grow big enough to play in the NBA right. Well, I was wrong. This guy's growing big enough right now already. It's really, really crazy. Dap to David. David is in the chat, y'all. Commissioner Trivia, David Saborin, is in the chat, y'all. And that means classic card of the day time. All right, we're at 10:01 on that one. Let me get the card out, and we'll see who's going to get it today. I don't know why I'm shaking it up. It doesn't do anything. All right, let's see which one I got. Okay, this is a fun one. All right, we'll see if you guys can figure this one out. It's another one of these Cheetos cards. All right, full name. Don't half-ass me. Put the first and last name in there. The first person to do it correctly will get the classic card points for today, added to the Raptor Freak trivia score. And yeah, it's close, guys. The top 5 was posted yesterday on our stream. And if you're in that top 5, you're in the running to get your name on this big trophy back here. And you want to be the Raptor Freak trivia champion, well, get some gumption and get competitive because y'all are in the running. A lot of y'all are up there. So here it is. Who is this, guys? I'm going to show it up a little close because his face is at a weird angle, and it may be a little bit tough to see who that is from this angle. So if you can tell me who this is, that would be awesome. I wonder if David can help me adjudicate on this in a certain way. Where is David's in the chat, right? Maybe David could help me. Oh, wait, look, Dame Lillard is not right, but Rod Strickland is. Look at that. Peter Saborin, NBA fantasy champion. Peter Saborin's getting it. It is Rod Strickland, former New York point guard. Rod Strickland is the card of the day. Smooth's right behind him. So close. Yeah. I don't know. What is the point total? David's going to say 200 points for his brother. Wow. There you go. Yeah. Rod Strickland, classic card of the day. And Peter Saborin flexing his classic card muscle just before Smooth right there. Wow. Pete's not in here very often, but it's good to see Peter in there. And there's no collusion just because the brother just gave him 200 points. Trust me. You'd probably be tough on him, but that was a tough card in some ways. So I see why he did that. All right, let's see. 10:01. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. No. Get back to where we were. Okay, Cowboys saying Shamshay for sure, but I'm really want to see what Jomo brings to the table. Like, let's go. All right, Prince Shamshay, I like that. Uncle St. David in the house. In the house, that's right. Smooth saying, hey, good morning, all. Caitlin Clark getting blowback by some for her lack of opinions on stuff outside of basketball. Weird to me. I've heard her speak out about the racist kind of stuff that's happening, and she's not for it. They may be using her as somebody to like be racist around and like say certain things, but in some ways, she's actually very much denounced this, and I don't understand why people are mad at her. What do you want her to do? I mean, she can only say so much. She can't control what other people are doing, and that's the thing that's weird. Listen, I'm sure she will be very adamant in her stance on how she feels about the very ugly, toxic behavior around certain fans talking about the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. And, maybe she needs to continue to just make sure her message is very clear about where she stands on this. And if she has certain fans, they're like KKK people, well, you need to tell them to fuck off, Caitlin. That's what you need to do. That's right. Prince Shamshay, let's go. That's right. Andrew saying, I'm excited for all our young guys. So many question marks. How raw is Shamshay? How good is Shed defensively? Can Carlson crack the rotation? And how will they utilize Mobo? Yeah, these are all very good questions, Andrew. This is just a barrage of them. Raw, very raw, Shamshay. How good is Shed defensively? Very good. Yeah. Can Carlson crack the rotation? Yes, I think he probably can because he's so useful with the shot blocking and the 3-pointers. Yeah, if he can hit those consistently and he's going to play and he's not a liability on defense, Carlson could very well be a part of the regular Raptors rotation this year. And I don't know how they're going to utilize Mobo. That's the question that may be the most mysterious to me out of all the ones you just put there. That is the one. But J-Mo may be very, very interesting this year. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Raptor Free Crew. Good to see everyone enjoying Montreal. Yeah, good morning to you, Coach. Yeah, it seems like it's been a great training camp, and open practice went off without a hitch. Now let's play the real game tomorrow, preseason action versus Washington Wizards in Montreal. That's going to be a fantastic game at the Bell Center tomorrow night. Yeah. Fiercely saying Matt Devlin is healthier this year, so please no more butchering of the players' names. Yeah, he's not on the pain pills, so he's not a little loopy or something like that. I don't know. Matt Devlin, if you come to the game on some marijuana brownies, I love it when you're like that. When you're like acting like you're trippy. Some ways Matt Devlin can be very psychedelic in his call of the Raptors sometimes. A little giddy and crazy. They were making jokes on the Hello and Welcome podcast about Ron Jeremy. Yeah, the moment of Ron Jeremy with Jack Armstrong and Matt Devlin from a couple years ago. Yeah, man, Matt Devlin's such a good sport, and he's hilarious. Y'all definitely check out Hello and Welcome's latest podcast with Matt Devlin as a guest. Matt Devlin's a real one, man. He's hilarious, man. Cowboys saying tomorrow is going to be so awesome. I believe that's true, Bradley. I'm excited for Raptors basketball to come back. That's right. Kaz is saying he misses Chuck Swirsky. Yeah, we all miss Chuck Swirsky, but it's been a while since we've had him around now. I mean, it's been almost like crap. It's been like almost 20 years. Seriously. Like Chuck left around 2009 or so. So man, it's like 15 years ago that he left. In some ways, yeah, I still miss Chuck too, but Matt Devlin's been fantastic, and he truly is the voice of the Raptors at this point. Chuck had his time, and he really was the voice of the Raptors for a while, and we love Chuck Swirsky. Don't get it twisted. He's an amazing part of our history. And you know what? He filmed something with Sportsnet to honor the Raptors 30th anniversary. So you will see Chuck Swirsky this season somewhere in some media something celebrating our 30th anniversary. So he's not forgotten. That's for sure. That's right. Trevor's saying, Smooth, are you ready tonight? Not 6 p.m. Bad blood. I'm fired up. Is it tonight? It's not on a Sunday. They're having the pay-per-view on a Saturday night. Very interesting. Tom's saying, what is our starting lineup? Well, it's for what? The game tomorrow or for general for the season? IQ, Grady, RJ, Scotty, and Jakob. I think that's it right there. Andrew's saying, I think Bronny is ironically a mascot. I think that's exactly on point, and Andrew's going to get a dunk for this because I think this is very true. I think that LeBron James has his own personal mascot, and his name is his son, LeBron James Jr., and that's kind of sad, actually. 130 dunks for you, Andrew, because I think that's exactly right. I mean, what are you doing, Lakers? Magic Johnson does not think this is a good idea. In some ways, Magic is usually a good litmus test for what's good and not good for the Lakers. Seriously. Yeah, ironically. Yeah, he said that unironically, and I think he's right. He's right. Cowboys got the big man on blast there. He's got Jakob. He's got, oh, that's Quickly and Scotty and RJ and Grady. That's the starters. That's right. Cowboy answering Tommy's question. Fiercey saying, adding a special nod to Joel and Bozo as my fourth mascot. Man, you guys are carving people today. I love it. Kaz is saying we need a spray paint emote. You know what? There may be a little like emoticon that's already like a spray paint can. You guys should look around in there. Maybe you'll see like a little spray paint can. Maybe if this thing blows up and there's more in the nation, yeah, maybe we will have a spray paint can in there for someone. Yeah, that'd be good. David wants a dunk for Fiercey. All right, we can do that. Where's Fiercey Sarah? No, right there. All right, 224. All right, let's keep going. Alley-oop to Eye Candy. That's already been taken care of. Nameless is saying, I got a membership. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Tom Meister. Tom Meister. There you go, Paisano. There you go. Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bella. Yes, yes. G saying, the media needs to stop glazing Bronny. It's doing him a disservice, talking about a block he did after he turned it over, and it still turned into 2 points. Yeah, they're going to, man, this is going to be a really good example of how the media distorts the truth. Is, you know, if you ever want to like understand how they don't tell the whole truth, well, watch how they're going to handle Bronny James this year. That'll be enough for you to know. They'll hide all the ugly warts, like G's saying here, and they'll cherry pick the very, very nice little parts of the highlights. They may be cut really weird in some ways, the Bronny highlights this year. They may be cut very, very strangely, just so watch out for them. And it in some ways, it is a media class on the manipulation of truth by the media. And Bronny James will be a very good example of this. And David's laughing. Cowboy's saying, get those spray paint cans ready. Let's go. Oh, I will, Tommy. All right, you're going to find that spray paint can. Don't make a new one if you can. If you can find the emoticon, it's just already a natural emoticon. I'll bet there is one, probably. There may be one in there. Kaz is saying, yeah, every time Bronny does anything, they blow it up on social media. I know it's ridiculous. It's going to be like this. In some ways, it's going to feed to, you know, the way that people hated Caitlin Clark this year, it's going to be the same kind of action. He's going to get so much publicity and nobody's going to think he deserves it. Only because he's LeBron's son. He'll get it. And in some ways, there will be players in the league that are going to be kind of like, yeah, why are you getting all this attention? Why? And in some ways, they may take it out on him in certain ways on the court. Seriously, I'm not going to lie. You know, we know Dylan Brooks already is going to try and go after Bronny just for fun. In some ways, he don't give a fuck that that's LeBron James' son. Dylan Brooks is a villain Dylan, and he's going to do whatever he wants. And I'll bet you he will go at Bronny at some point in a certain way that's a little bit different than normal. Yeah, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. Yeah, let's go. Smooth Sand, Trevor J, counting the hours, adjusting to the 6 p.m. start. Yeah, the game will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, no, the 6 p.m. Oh, you guys are talking about Bad Blood again. Y'all, let's limit. I know y'all excited about WWE pay-per-view tonight, but in some ways, I don't care. I don't care. You're confusing me. We got a game tomorrow. Let's keep it on focus here. Cowboy's saying, so will Jacoby be ready for the Friday game? I don't know. There's no guarantees. I mean, the issue with Jacoby is his shoulder, and he's been seen in a sling this week. And who knows? Who knows? I hope he does get in there and get some work in because it'd be good for the young rookie. That would be true. Yeah. Kaz is saying, what's the main event for Bad Blood? I haven't watched wrestling in a while. I think it's something stupid like it's a cage match with Seth Rollins and somebody else or something like that. I don't know exactly, Kaz, because I don't watch either. Nameless is saying, we need a spray emoji, Tommy Dookie. Yeah, I think that there might be one. We'll have to see. Smooth saying, after the stream, I'm going to the gym and then back home for the pre-show. There you go, Smooth. There you go. You got a good date ahead of you. C4C's here. Yo, C4C. Raptor Freak C4C in the house. Good to see. A lot of old names coming back today. Peter and C4C for two. The Booker moment was the best. Yeah, Devin Booker and the Raptor. Great share the love moment for the Raptor. Yeah, you're awesome. You're a real one. And man, Devin Booker, you're a clown to get all mad at our mascot like that. In some ways, that's like NBA history. That goes beyond Raptors history. People will always remember the Raptor and Devin Booker around the NBA because that's a story that everybody knows about. So it's like a league-wide one. Yeah, Smooth saying Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline. Okay, that's the tag team main event. There's also a cage match that I know that Seth Rollins is in it. Yeah. Name is saying Peter S. in the house. There you go. That's right. 10-4, Smooth. Andrew saying, I remember watching that game. I thought Booker was joking because I was like, there's no way he's serious. No, he was. He was being a little bitch. And honestly, we didn't have no people in the arena at that game. That's why it was so weird that like he's having that problem. I guess there was just a big difference. Nobody there with just the crazy Raptor being all crazy, and he actually did a good job of messing them up. Hey, listen, if this league's fair with DR DeRozan yelling at our people when they're taking free throws, our mascot can be all distracted at the end. You gonna tell me that a guy in a Raptor suit is more distracting than like thousands of fans shaking all kinds of crazy like noisemakers at you, Devin Booker? You're a wuss, bro. You're a wuss, man. You couldn't take one mascot. You know, and guys in the NBA are shooting free throws with thousands of antagonistic fans behind there. Nah, dog. They used to put up pinfall models, like centerfold models, like they throw them up, or they put like Larry Bird, like cutout or something. They put all kinds of crazy stuff to distract you. And you had a problem with just the Raptor. Oh my gosh, what is that? What are you being serious? That's right. C4C saying, I love my tribal chief. You like Roman Reigns? Okay. Smooth saying The Rock might show up tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys are really hijacked it now with the wrestling. Andrew saying Aja Wilson is so nasty. She seems like a nice person. There's an article on ESPN saying she's done people pleasing. Yeah, Kaz is saying, guys, that clip of Aja talking to Kelsey Plum was bleh. Yeah, it's interesting. C4C saying he can't wait for the bad blood. Andrew saying Garrett is basically a coach. Yeah, in some ways he doesn't need to be out there. You know, he knows how to take care of his body. In some ways, there's nothing he can probably get from the open practice. Seriously, there's nothing. Kaz is saying that's the MVP of the WNBA. Aja Wilson is probably, yeah, she is for sure. Smooth saying opening match is going to be Hell in the Cell. Okay, that's the opening match. They're going to start with the cell. That's kind of dumb. Why would they do that? They got to take it apart. There's going to be a weird intermission. Usually you put that as the last match because it takes some time to build it and it builds anticipation. So you're going to put the Hell in a Cell at the beginning of the card? That's crazy. That's weird. Man, they don't book things right sometimes. Andrew saying, Kaz, are you talking about the privilege thing? I'm not even totally sure what you guys are talking about. G saying, I think the Lynx will win it all, and the Fiza will be the finals MVP. She's phenomenal. I love that you guys are so enthusiastic about WNBA. WWE, not so much. Kareem saying the way these guys cross-reference their Instagram is crazy. They built a bond over the summer. These things will go a long way. I hope that this isn't just like Darko saying, guys, you should post each other's stuff. It shows team unity. I think this is organic. And if this is something that these guys are doing because they just want to do it, and it's not like, oh, we got to show that we're together for everybody for window dressing. That's one thing I worry about with this kind of stuff. It's just like in social media, people show their best part of their life, right? And they hide the bad stuff. Well, I hope that that's not what this is, and that this is very organically the Raptors very much enjoying each other's company and showing support for each other on Instagram like they have lately. It's been very good. You're right, Kareem. Very, very good. Yeah, yes, Andrew. That's right. I heard Oshai played well last night. Yeah, it looked like he was all right in some of the stuff I saw last night. Of course, there's no real good footage of it. There's just little blips here and there. Apparently, Chris Boucher got a great ovation coming out in the starting lineups, and so did RJ. But Grange messed up his phone. He couldn't film the Chris Boucher ovation because in some ways, Grange, what are you doing, man? Get it together, bro. You're media, man. We need you. We need you to show and cover the story, man. Get Chris Boucher's ovation. But he got RJ's, yeah. Let's see. Andrew St. Cash. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. I don't even know what you guys are talking about as far as with the Aja Wilson stuff. Let's see. G saying sideline sources on Instagram is calling our purple jersey the best in the NBA. We are getting a lot of kudos for our stuff. I mean, a lot of people are saying that our City Edition jersey is by far the best one this year because a lot of them are just really bland and kind of white and just kind of boring and plain. And ours stands out because it has a really cool design logo. It could very well be that a lot of the teams cheaped out on the design for their City Editions. And, well, we're getting a lot of kudos from nation NBA wide. It's not just Raptors fans that love them are saying, yeah, we got the best one, because we do. But other fans are recognizing that too. And that's awesome. And they even last year, our in-season tournament court was considered one of the best courts out of all of them. And, well, I think they like the one we have this year too. So we're getting a lot of applause for our extra stuff around. Like that Vince Carter dunk logo has been getting a lot of kudos. And, there's all kinds of stuff we're doing with design this year that people in the NBA are like, man, the Raptors are one of the coolest franchises because they're doing all kinds of cool retro stuff this year. There's a lot of buzz from other NBA fans saying that this year. And it's deserved. To be honest, we have one of the best design teams in the league as far as putting things together. They really, really do. That 30th anniversary logo that they came up this summer is fantastic. They had a great one for the 20th anniversary, the 25th anniversary. We've had really good anniversary logos, but that 30th one is another really good one. They did a good job. Nameless saying, of course, G, they love everything we do up here. They're just scared to say it out loud in the closet Raptor fans. There you go, Nameless. I like that. Tom's nickname was Twinkle Toes back in the day. That made me think of the cartoon when there was always like a big dog or something, and they do the tiptoe, and they like on Tom and Jerry, like Spike the dog would be chasing Tom and Jerry, and he's chasing Tom, of course, and he'd like try and sneak up on him, and they get on the twinkle toes. You know what I'm talking about for the cartoons. Yeah, back in the day. That's right. Back in the day. Andrew's saying, fun fact, crafted NBA says Scotty as statistically the most versatile defender in the league and the 7th most versatile player overall. I like that. I like that. That sounds like good respect for our guy, Scott. That does. Yeah, Kaz has got me on fire for singing my Paint It Purple. I see the red door and the Raptors fans want to paint it purple. Yeah, you love that Rolling Stones and Raptors. Okay, that was good. I like that. Yeah, I wanted it painted black, but now I have purple fever. There you go, Tom. There you go. That's what was that? 10 for 10 for the effort. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I did a little Weird Al rendition there, changing the lyrics a bit there. Yeah, that was your favorite Raptorified rendition, the Paint It Purple. I want to see you paint it purple. Purple is a Raptor. Yeah. Yeah. Tommy's got purple in the Raptor there. I love it. Yeah. Tommy Dookie. Yeah. There's purple fever all over the place now. Purple fever spray paint. Yeah. G saying, Cool Cat, what do you think of the nickname Grady Gaines? Grady Gaines? What is this question, G? What? I don't even know. That doesn't make no sense to me. Yeah, I am Shaked here. Yo. What's up? I am Shake. Good to see Raptor Freak. I am Shake. Cowboys saying, yo, everyone. Prince Shamshay, that like button, please. All right, there you go. Cass is saying that spray paint is so good. Tom, holy. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there is a spray paint can. He did make it. Holy crap, Tommy is on it. There you go. That I was wondering what that was. I was like, that looks like a purple line. Oh, no, wait, it's a spray paint can. And Tommy's on it. Look at that. He got it right away. Spray paint, y'all. Spray paint. Grady and Emmanuel are going to be proud. The Raptor Freaks have got spray paint and the emoticons already on the Raptor Freak channel. That's amazing, Tom. Wow, Tommy winning today. He may not be a mascot ever in his life, but he's winning. He's a emoticon giant. That's all that matters. Tommy, take the win with being an emoticon giant. 230 is where you're at now. 230 in the dunks. Yeah, you're an emoticon giant, bro. Tom the GOAT. There you go. There you go. There's our classic card stuff. Good job, Peter, getting the Rod Strickland. 200 points. Yeah, good job. Good job. No favoritism. No favoritism. Andrew saying Rob Dillingham, player picked with our traded draft pick, looked legit in his first preseason game. Yeah, I don't care about this. I don't care. Anybody who's in Raptors Nation talking about how we should have Rob Dillingham right now instead of Jakob Poeltl, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Everybody who disses the Raptors trading to get Jakob Poeltl because of this guy going there, I don't care. Rob Dillingham, whatever. I don't care. He was never going to be ours. And anybody who thinks he would have been ours in some sort of mirror universe, just give it up. We live in reality and what's going on right now. And we've got a great Austrian center that's way more valuable than Rob Dillingham. I'm sorry. That's just the damn truth. That I know Andrew agrees with me because I've heard him talk about Jakob very glowingly in the last week. But I'm just saying, in some ways, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Other Raptor fans that want to go and check on other things that woulda, coulda, shoulda, if Roots and Rhodes had gone a certain way, I'm not doing this exercise. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Why you want to put yourself in that agony? Why you want to, if we had just done this. No, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We do what we do. We go forward and we stay present. And that's how I look at that. So, yeah, Rob Dillingham, I'm not going to be checking up on him throughout his career to see how he's doing. I don't care. I don't care. Peter's saying, yeah, Rad was a typo, but kind of awesome at the same time. Did you say Rad Strickland? Oh, crap. He didn't write it in right, David. In some ways, we might need to give it the smooth because he wrote Rad Strickland. I just caught that just now. Peter, you kind of called out your mistake. David, are you going to rescind the points from your brother? Because in some ways, he didn't get it right. And Smooth did the very next comment. I'm going to have to talk to you, David, about this. We have to figure it out. Kaz is saying, yeah, it's funny. Rad Strickland, former Raptor, Rad Strickland. That's right. Cowboys saying, who watched some NBA preseason games and was, damn, they're so boring to watch. Let's go Raptors. Yeah, I didn't watch any of that. Abu Dhabi or whatever the hell was going on with the Lakers last night. Nope, didn't watch any of it. Nope. David saying, haha, I just realized you called him Rad. You're being reduced 50 points and they're going to Smooth. 150 to Peter, 50 to Smooth. I don't know. I don't agree with this, David. In some ways, I think you should take your brother's points away and just give them all to Smooth Brown Man. Because if we're playing the way we've consistently done, I think that you need to take Peter's points away because he did not get it right. He wrote the name wrong. I don't know. You do it the way you want to do it, David. But in some ways, it may look like favoritism because this is your brother. In some ways, that's what I'm saying. Peter's saying fair enough. I would do it the other way. If you really want to give something to Peter, give him 50 and give that 150 to Smooth because he did it right. It's just how it is. I don't know. In some ways, I just don't want to have any kind of weird, like it looks like he's helping his brother kind of thing. That's all. Yeah, fair enough. He's saying it's how we do it. All right, let's see. Yeah, oops, sorry, Peter. There you go, dead. And there's spray paint. All right. Kareem saying, speaking of mascots, Coloco has been great for clutch. There you go. That's funny, Kareem. I'll take that. I'll take that and I'll let you have the dunk. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, actually. Yeah. It's too bad Coloco wanted to become a mascot for clutch and not continue his Raptor career. It's so sad. It is what it is. All right, Kareem, you're at 343 now. 343 on the dunk chart. There you go. Let's see. Kaz is saying, Kareem, no, it's spray paint. Okay, laugh out loud. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what that is exactly. Cowboys saying, everyone get your dinner plates ready because there's a barbecue coming at 7:30 with some extra spicy peppers on it. Okay, yeah, we don't have Pascal anymore. Kelly, Jakob, Brendan, and Ulrich. There's our centers. There you go. I like that. Kaz got hairspray. That'll have to suffice for now. Hairspray is spray paint. That's right. There we go. There we go. It's spray paint. Let's see. Cream saying, know how bad Toronto police has been. They will probably pin recent vandalism on quickly and get him suspended for a couple of games. No, we don't want to talk existence. No, if there's taggers out in Toronto, they're professionals, and none of the Raptors are them. No. This ain't GTA San Andreas, and you're trying to go into the purple section and spray paint your green tag over it. No, we ain't doing that right now. No. We don't need that. Cowboys saying everyone is going to start to graffiti. No, we don't want the Raptors to start doing this. To encourage the youth to get out there with spray paint. No, we don't. No. Kaz is saying, Lex, there's a clip of Aja Wilson talking about privilege to Kelsey Plum, and it's really bad. Watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I want to see it right now, but maybe I'll check it out in the next day or so or something. Let's see. Cowboy saying, if you look at graffiti saying the Raptor streak downtown, it wasn't me. If you do that, I wouldn't be upset, but in some ways, maybe they'll come and see me if they see that. You know, there was some dumbass I used to live with in Kensington Market who had a band, and it was a really bad band, and he decided to promote his band. He would spray paint the name of his band all over Kensington Market, and this dumbass spray painted on people's businesses and all kinds of stuff. And he thought, oh, this is a really good way to get my band out word of mouth. What a fucking idiot. He caused all kinds of vandalism, and people had to pay to get it taken off. And honestly, I told the business owners around Kensington who the fuck was doing this because they were all wondering, who the fuck is writing this bullshit all over the place? I won't name the band because they're suck and they're shitty and give them any publicity. But yeah, when this was happening like 5 years ago around Kensington, yeah, this idiot. Yeah, we don't need to do that. I don't need to be cheap ways to promote me. If you wanted to write Raptor Streak somewhere in the city, somewhere, that's fine. You live your life, cowboy. But don't try and pin it on me, cops. No, I didn't tell them to do that. Yeah, blame quickly. That's what he's saying. Blame quickly instead. Okay, Cool Cat's saying yeah, purple jerseys are fire this year. Purple fever. There you go. Cool Cat's got the purple fever. Yeah, don't say hairspray, Lex. What hairspray? Did I say hairspray? Spray paint. Yeah, Trevor's saying CM Punk and Drew McIntyre first match, Hell in a Cell. Okay, bam, son. Alan Tam, bam, son. Oh, good to see Alan back in the chat. Cool Cat saying Grady's last name makes it a challenge. Attach nicknames to his first name because nicknames should be related to his shooting. The connotations will just be unreal. See? Cool Cat's dancing around the name of Grady Dick on this one and saying, yeah, this is part of the reason why Grady is a little bit of a subversive person just by his name. And we saw the jersey swap last year with Anthony Black. And yeah, there's going to be some funny jersey swap at some point again. We know there will be. Grady had too much fun with that. And we know that that'll happen again. David's saying, who exactly is Rob Dillingham? And what has he done exactly? Rob Dillingham is the person who was drafted by the Spurs in the pick that we had to give them for Jakob Poeltl. That's basically it right there, David. So some Raptors fans may be watching Rob Dillingham and wishing what could have been if we hadn't traded our first round pick for Jakob Poeltl a couple years ago. So that's what it is, David, right there. Kaz is saying, I thought CM Punk went to UFC and started talking all that trash. Guess he crawled back to WWE. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. You guys have inundated me too much with wrestling. It's all right. I understand. Y'all are excited about tonight. Let's see. Alan's laughing. Kareem saying minus 1,000 points for Peter. Sorry, it's just the way it goes. Laugh out loud. In some ways, we can't do this. I didn't realize he said Rad Strickland, and that is not right. I said don't half-ass this. You got to spell, and spelling matters. In some ways, David, you have to be tough on your brother, even if he just showed up for one time just recently. That's right. Tom's saying, yep, and sit in the corner and think about what you did for a while. Okay, all right. I don't even know what that means, but David's saying, nah, I don't think so. Typically give 50-50 in these cases or 2/3 depending on the number of points. All right, I'm going to respect what David decides here. And there's no favoritism here, guys. There isn't. It's just I just realized he said rad. That's right. He's saying RFF can vote. Peter had 0 points anyway. So he hasn't even been on there. He's not even on. This is the first time he's gotten points this season, is what David's saying. I don't know. You adjudicate it how you want to, David. You're the one who's in charge of the scoring for our trivia, and you could do it how you want. Just my sensibility says this. I mean, if Monique is here and she wants to adjudicate on this and say what she thinks should happen, I'll allow her as the third party judge in this situation, because that's what we said in the past, that if there are any kind of disputes about the scoring for the trivia, that Monique is the deciding vote. I know she's not currently active in the chat, but she was here earlier, so maybe she will chime in on what she thinks. We'll have to see. And David's laughing at Tom. Let's see. Cool Cat saying, Koloko not officially on Raptors. I didn't see him play last night. He's on the Lakers. You know that, right, Cool Cat? That Clutch has sent him to the Lakers. He's with LeBron and Clutch now, and he's on the Lakers. He's not on the Raptors. He dissed us. He's over there. He's on a two-way with the Los Angeles Lakers. I thought you knew that. That's something we've seen recently, right? Yeah. David's saying, do a poll for the trivia points. Haha, yes. Or if Mo is here, she makes the final ruling. Okay. You know what? I'd rather either get Mo to rule. I don't want to do a poll right now. I want to either get Mo to rule on it, or we'll work it out afterwards, and I'll talk to you after the stream. Okay, we'll do that. Kareem saying, I've been deducted so much points that it only feels fitting. Sorry, Peter. See, Kareem's really pushing for this, that in some ways, if we're going to treat other people this way, well, we got to do the same thing for your brother, unfortunately. Blackhawk saying, WNBA name Toronto the Tigers or Tigresses. Is that legit? Is that real? That doesn't sound right. Toronto Tigers? Tigresses, they're not going to do that. They won't do that. They'll call them the Tigers if they have to, but they won't do a female engendered name. Watch. They won't. Smooth saying Rod Strickland was a Raptor during the very bad times of the team. Maybe it's too bad. Yeah, he would, but I love that he came and played for us. And honestly, he wasn't one of these guys that was like, I'm never going to play for the Raptors. He came and showed up and gave a good effort. And he may not have been a Raptor for very long, and maybe he was trying to get out as soon as he got in. But he came and showed up, and he didn't quit, and he gave a full effort. Some of the games that Rod Strickland played as a Raptor were actually really good. Actually, really, really good. Kaz is saying that jersey swap was epic. Yeah, there'll probably be another one this year. Probably be another one this year. David's saying that Kareem, you half-ass things like mofo. You so much, it's almost intentional, you fucker. Okay, David, you can't be so impartial. You're supposed to be an official that is kind of like a very like commissioner kind of official. You can't be like having too many opinions about the competitors like this. It's always you allow me to be like that, but you are supposed to be like the commissioner of the WWF, and you're like, I'm coming in. You know, you got to be official and stately. The people fuckers. It's just not right. All right, let's see. Kareem saying Grady did P90X during the season last year and Viagra over the summer. He's growing. Okay, that's a cheap joke. That is a cheap joke, and I'm not giving you a dunk for that one. Cool Cat saying, Lex, typo with Koloko. I meant Lakers. I didn't see him on the bench or on the court last night. Is he not cleared to play yet? He hasn't been officially cleared to play. No, I haven't heard any news that Koloko is allowed to play by the fitness to play panel. So it could very well be he isn't. And it could very well be that in some ways he doesn't get his career back. The NBA says, yeah, you're too much of a risk. And I'm sorry, Lakers, you're going to have to switch it and get a new player on it. And that Koloko is not returning to his career. So in some ways, I don't know. There has no been official word that he has been cleared. And that's why he hasn't played yesterday. Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. So, and you know, we'd hear it if the fitness to panel play had actually cleared him. So, Kareem's saying Ahmad Rashad needs the points. He's in the running for first place. I agree with Kareem on this. Smooth is up there near the top. And in some ways, these points could be very crucial, David, is what I would say right here. Brian saying, what's up, Freak Nation? Hope y'all check out my episode today on Vince. And can I just chuckle a little? James going 1 of 6, and that's all the media can talk about. Oh, LeBron James or Bronny James? Bronny James, probably. Yeah, you got full asset. You can't half-ass me with James because that could be James Harden. That could be all kinds of Jameses. Yeah, good to see Brian in the chat. Dap to you, man. And y'all check out the new clip from To The Point. He's talking about Vince Carter retirement. And that was the episode I was supposed to show up on, but I didn't make it. So definitely watch Brian's new clip today on T.O. The Point. It's definitely, yeah. Cowboy saying Grady has girth to cut hard. What? Hard to cover? Great. All right. We're not even going to go there. All right. Cass is saying, damn, David. And Blackhawk saying, I'm just thinking of the Tiger mascot for us. Yeah, I don't know how Tigers fit with Toronto. Isn't the Ticats Hamilton? And that's like the closest kind of Tiger motif is the CFL team for Hamilton. I don't have any connection to Tigers here in the city. So I don't get the connection. Tony the Tiger, Frosted Flakes? What? No, why would it be Tigers? I don't see it. I don't see it, Blackhawk. I apologize, but I don't see it. Cream saying, laugh out loud at David. I'm half-assed for a reason. Magnum, great. Okay, Cowboy, you can stop with the condom jokes. Let's see. David's saying exactly. And Kaz is saying, Lex, how do I join the Raptor Freak Facebook group? Are you on Facebook? If you're on Facebook group, you got to find me on Facebook, add me as a friend, and I'll put you in the chat and in our Facebook group where we post private stuff in the Raptor Freak Facebook group, private group. So, yeah, you just got to have a Facebook account. And if you do, you find my name on there. When you became a member, there should be instructions that tell you how to find me on Facebook. And then, boom, you're able to add me as a friend on Facebook. That's how you do it. So you got to add me as a friend on Facebook. Cool Cat saying, not a good look if Coloco's not cleared yet and preseason is here. That explains why the Raptors didn't sign him. He's not ready. Yeah, I guess the Lakers just want to get in front on a gamble, but that gamble may not pay off. There's no guarantees that they'll clear him ever again and that his career may go away. In some ways, when he was still kind of a Raptor, I was really hoping this would happen. But in some ways, I'm like, yeah, you know what? As much as I like the young man, as much as I hate to hear a guy get his career taken away from him for a health reason, well, in some ways, if this happens this way, so be it, is what I'll say. Kareem saying at Cowboy, I think Grady's nickname got to be Magnum. All right, you guys, maybe like the ice cream. That's what y'all are talking about, right? Cowboy saying later, Lex and Dap, Raptor Freaks. Everyone have a safe and blessed day. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I don't want to go over 2 hours. I'm not feeling well, guys. I have a real stomach problem right now. And I do want to finish up at around the regular time. But it's been a lot of fun talking to you guys. You guys are funny. Cass is saying 10-4, Lex. What name do I search? Well, I don't want to put it on blast on here. It's my real name, my full name. And honestly, like I said, if you go and look at the membership tab on my channel, it should have instructions for you on how to find me for Facebook. I set that all up. It's just when you become a member, like you are with the green name and the little logo, then you can find me there. Yeah, Fiercely saying the Facebook chat is lit. Yeah, and it's 24/7. Like we're in there posting Raptors news constantly. Every single thing that comes out Raptors, the stuff I talk about on the stream every day is usually posted in there by either me, Monique, or Trevor, or Isaac, or Fiercey, or anybody who's in there. There's a lot of people posting in there. And we're all sharing all the information that's coming out about the Raptors as it comes out. So it's very, very good. Blackhawk saying, I'm biased, Lex. I've petted a full-grown tiger. Okay, Michael Jackson on the Thriller album. I just don't get the connection. I really don't. The alliteration's nice, but we could do alliteration with a couple different names with Toronto. There's a lot of good T names. So I don't know. I don't see it. In some ways, also, we got to remember there is an MLB team that plays in Detroit that has this name, the Detroit Tigers. So you got to remember there's different IPAs that are more used already in ways that you can't use it. You can't use it. The copyrights are what they're looking at right now. They have a short list right now, Blackhawk, of names, and they're vetting them for like how much they can make a universe out of that nickname, as far as chants and fans and stuff. But they've narrowed that down to names that are actually licensable and able to be used by the WNBA team here in Toronto. And I'm telling you right now, Tigers is probably not available for licensing or copyright reasons. So we've got to think about something original. It's like Golden State's the Valkyries. And in some ways, there's not very many well-known teams known as the Valkyries right now. So we got to think about it that way. That's a lot of what the thought is what's available in copyright ways, So yeah, dap to Kareem, dap, and Cass saying I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I'll try and help you out with this. It's a little bit like difficult. I may write something new in the community tab on this channel for the members, and you can look and see it there, and only members will be able to see it. Because in some ways, I want to stay somewhat private, but if members are in, they're bought in, and I'll reveal details about myself, but I don't want to put them on blast for everybody to just find them. It's part of the reason why you can't see my phone number unless you're a member when we do the call-in show. Fiercely saying, what the Raptors organization consider a gamble, Lakers think is a good deal. Laugh out loud. We are way smarter with our decisions. Yeah, I agree with this, Fiercely. It is a gamble with Koloko, but it does make sense that LeBron and Clutch would want to try and recoup their guy, Christian, somehow, some way, even if the chance is not totally there. That's right. Kareem saying it's hard to find the point on YouTube. It is very hard. Brian, you got to work on this. Your channel is extremely hard to search for. You put it in, and it's like 4 other channels come up, and they're generic, weird ass channels. You need to change your IP, bro. Brian, that's hurting your channel specifically right there. People want to find your channel and they can't even find it. You got to fix this, Brian. Seriously, you got to fix how your channel's set up, because you're not getting as many subscribers or followers because it's so difficult to find your freaking channel, dude. Seriously. Andrew saying, I mean, they have the Kings in the NBA and NHL. I don't know how that works with licensing. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Andrew. But also, in some ways, that's a generic name that could be used in all kinds of places, I don't think that's a good example. I think that in some ways, when those teams were named, there wasn't as much like worried about legalities like this because they're old franchises. And now, if you're coming in new in the game, you want to make a new name for yourself. And this has very adamantly been said by Teresa Resch, is we want to stamp our own footprint, our own unique footprint. And naming our team after any kind of other team that has the same name is not in their interest. They won't do it. They've explicitly said this. So they want something new and original that gets across what the team is, and they don't want any clouding of things. So having the same name as any other sports franchise is not going to happen for the WNBA team. I can tell y'all this because they've talked so much about the process, and they said, no, we don't want anything that somebody else has. They really, really don't. They want to be unique. Fiercely saying Tiger sounds exotic. I don't think it's fitting for us. I don't think it works other than it's T with Toronto. That anything else, it doesn't have any connections. Like, I don't even think the Tigers at the zoo are that important. Like, I don't see any anything with Toronto in some ways. I know that Neil likes the name or something. I don't know, but I think it's not a good choice. I really don't. I don't think it's right. And he's saying F Detroit. Kaz is saying, Lex, can you please just add me? Kale Stoppa. All right, I can try and find you. But in some ways, we'll figure this out, Kaz. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Yo, Brian saying, Cowboys saying that. Blackhawks saying, come on, Fiercey. Exotic is definitely what a multicultural society is like us. Okay. And Peter's saying King is not trademarked. Well, we're not going to be the Toronto Kings for a WNBA team. That don't make no sense. Andrew's saying, understandable. Makes sense to have your own unique brand. Yeah, they want to have their own new field. Think about what the Raptors did when they named the team the Raptors 30 years ago. That was a splash. That was fresh. That was new. That was something that nobody had ever heard the word Raptor. In some ways, we made the word Raptor bigger than it is. Sure, some people like Hawks and Falcons and said, oh, we have Raptors on our arms, and they'll come back. I'll take the little hood off, and they'll fly over there and come back. That was like the Raptor world. Maybe a little bit because of Jurassic Park and the Velociraptors. But, man, the word Raptor got put on the map by our basketball team. And that's the damn truth. If anybody's saying the word Raptor around the world, most likely they're talking about our NBA team. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, Kareem saying, I love the name Towers. That's not going to happen. They've already explained that Toronto Towers will not be the name, that they already looked into it. And part of the reason why they don't want to be the Toronto Towers is 9/11. I'm not going to lie. Seriously, the word Towers is connotated with the Twin Towers and what happened on 9/11. And they don't want to put that out there like that at this point. They very explicit. They've been very open about how they're doing this, and their names that they've already. No, it's not happening. And Towers was on that list, and it was because of 9/11. They're not going to be the Toronto Towers. Fiercely saying yes, Blackhawk. Geolocation, but a name represents not creative with name findings. We're better off naming an is existent on Canada, like a beaver. We're not going to be the Toronto Beavers, obviously, because that don't make no sense. In some ways, it's not the right name for a women's basketball team. Toronto Moose. Okay, that's probably not good either, because there's certain things that get said too. But that's more likely. You want to be the Toronto Loons. That sounds a little crazy too. Toronto Toonies. That's money. In some ways, the Toronto Toonies, that's very Canadian though. Toronto Toonies. It's a little weird. I could see it being an animal that's indigenous to our country is more likely than a tiger that is not naturally on our country. That's what I'm saying. Peter's saying they should be called another dinosaur. They talked about this. But in some ways, remember, MLSE rejected this franchise, and they have no legal tie to the Toronto Raptors or MLSE. And in some ways, they're under no obligation to be connected to the Raptors. I thought the name Triceratops was fantastic. We've heard pterodactyls. I've even shortened it to T-tops, Toronto T-tops, and like make it a nice, like kind of like the Raptor logo, but it's like a orange Triceratops. In some ways, I thought that would be pretty good, but maybe it's too much like the Barney motif. Then you got the Raptor as Barney, and then there's isn't there a friend of Barney's that's a Triceratops or something that's orange? I don't know. They've already explicitly said they're not going to be tying it in with the Raptors. So don't hold your breath on any dinosaur name. That's not likely either. They really do want their own distinctive identity that's separate from our NBA team and from any other team anywhere. They want to have a very distinct thing. They're working on this very hard. And when it comes out very soon, it's going to be really awesome. I'll bet you it will be. It'll be, yeah. Trevor's saying, have a great Saturday, everyone, and stay blessed. I have already prepared my chicken wings for tonight. There you go, Trevor J, ready for his WWE. Kaz saying, I should be the only one and have Kaz and Bractus when you search my name. Okay, Kaz, I'll try and figure it out with you afterwards. Andrew saying, Toronto Tarantulas sounds cool, but no connection to Canada. It's a little creepy, too. I don't know. Maybe some of the women would be like, yeah, that's cool. Some of them may be like, that's gross. I don't want that. Brian's saying, just type in Skip and King with the quotations on YouTube. We come up first. Yeah, see, that's just really confusing, Brian. You need to just, like, you put Raptors Freak in, you're getting me. You're getting me. And in some ways, you need to simplify it, bro. I feel like it's hurt your channel all along, that your channel's really hard to find. Seriously. Blackhawk saying, Toronto Terror Clause, transform and roll out. There was they did suggest the name Toronto Terrors. That was talked about by the WNBA people. The Toronto Terrors might be a good name, but then also there's terrorism. And in some ways, the word terror, as much as it can be positive and be like, ooh, we're terrorizing you on the court, it's also got a lot of weight in negative ways too, terror. So I don't know if that's the kid-friendly name either, the Toronto Terror. But that was one they actually did talk about. They did actually say that Toronto Terror was considered, but it rejected once again. It was rejected. Yeah, let's see what else you guys are saying here. Stargate saying, good morning, Raptor Freak family. Good to see you, Stargate. Good to see you for sure. Let's see. Kareem saying, is there any cool ingenious T names? Well, the one that Monique said that I stand with and second behind her is Toronto Triumph. I think Toronto Triumph is the best name. Metal band called Triumph that actually plays some pretty tunes that are very Canadian because it's a Canadian band. And then even there's Triumph, the insult comic dog. We could do a tie-in with Conan's old sidekick somehow, some way, where he could be a really funny, like, side unofficial mascot. But I thought that Triumph is very good. It's got good legs. And if you're wondering about what the team players would be called, the Triumphants, whatever, something like that. I felt like Triumph is a cool name. Toronto Triumph. And there's all kinds of interesting things. And Monique even came up with a color scheme. She wanted to be red, white, and gold. Red and white for the Canadian flag and gold for that Triumph gold that they're going to get down the road. That's right. Fiercely saying, how about Toronto Claws? Then remove the terror. Toronto Claws? Kind of like our logo for the Raptors. I don't know. W Stream fam. We'll get well soon. Thank you, Fiercely. I appreciate that. It's just a little bit of indigestion, stuff like that. Andrew saying, Kareem, I was thinking turtles. Turtles are important with indigenous people. Yeah, we call this whole continent Turtle Island. And where there are turtles in our community, there's a lot of turtle crossings out near where I live. And there's a little sign on the side of the road. Actually, a couple months ago, I was driving down the road with Adriana, and I stopped and helped the turtle cross the road on a dirt road near my house because I saw him out in the middle of the road. I'm like, man, I'm going to help this turtle. and I got out and I helped them. And then I saw a second one over there too. So I helped two turtles get across the road without getting smashed up at a turtle crossing on a dirt road near my house. I mean, in some ways, it's not the best implication for speed on the court. In some ways, we got to think about all the different things that go along with the motif of a turtle. It's not a good one. It's not a good one because they're slow, Andrew, and we don't want to have a slow team. Partly because our team is named the Turtles. No, we don't want that. Cut off. Thank you, Fiercey. Thank you, Fiercey. I do need it. Blackhawk saying what? And remove the ferociousness? What? W stream. Peace out, everyone. Thank you, Kaz. I'll find you. Stargate saying the Toronto Gorgons. That's weird, man. That's really weird. Trevor's saying, Lex, can you put the link to his channel? I tried to look for it too. Man, Brian, you need to find your channel better. Seriously, these people want to see you and follow you. You can't find your damn channel. People can put in Skip and the King. That's not the name of your channel, bro. And you don't even have Skip on your channel anymore. So why don't you update your shit and fix it up, Brian? I'm sure this could be a game changer for To The Point. Seriously, get your shit together. Maybe even put in like the specialized URL because that's what I did. If you put in YouTube/Raptors Freak, you get my channel. So in some ways, if you could do that, it will help. You can't understand how hard it is to find your channel. People really can't find your channel. And that's a big problem if you want growth, man. Seriously. Andrew saying, oh, ingenious. I thought you said indigenous. Oops. Let's see. Fiercey saying, is terriers an English word? It can be said in French. That doesn't make any sense. You want to call these women dogs? Toronto Terriers? They did bring up the Terriers name. That was actually one on the list. They've rejected it. That's rejected already, too. Toronto Terriers. Yeah, these women don't want to be called dogs. Come on now. Cass is saying Toronto Triumph sounds nice. Yeah, Triumph is cool. I think Monique did a good job. That's her creation. That's what the superfan Monique Lawrence wants the team to be named. Triumph. That's what she said. And I double down with that because I think it's really good. Yeah. Stargate saying old school Clash of the Titans movie. Toronto Titans was considered. Now there's the Tennessee Titans now. Before, the Raptors were almost called the Toronto Titans. Back in 95, the Titans were one of the finalist names for our basketball team, and they didn't go with it. But Titans, I don't know if that works for our WNBA team. Smooth saying, didn't they already decide on a name and waiting to make an announcement? No, they have not decided. They're at the very close end of it. They have a short list, and they're exploring which one has the most legs and makes the most sense and has the most cool graphics. They have like 4 or 5 names right now that are on the end list, and they have all of them kind of explored with different logos, and they're going to look at each one and think which one out of them is the best one out of them. So that's what's next, Smooth, is they're on the short list, and they're going to announce it probably very soon. It'll probably come out by the end of this month. Because they said they have to have it by November. So it'll be out in October. Peter's saying they should also use blue like most Toronto teams. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not about that. You know, the Scepters team is using blue and gold, the new professional women's hockey league team, Toronto Scepters. In some ways, they want to distinguish themselves. In some ways, the Raptors, not being a blue team, distinguish themselves in the Toronto market. So don't hold your breath on this. Maybe our basketball teams don't have to be blue just because our hockey and our baseball teams are. And in some ways, the Argos too. So, yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on this, that they're going to have a blue as their color. Blackhawks saying Triumph goes toe to toe against Liberty. Triumph versus Liberty. See, that sounds pretty good. Aces versus Triumph. Valkyries versus Triumph. There's a lot of good stuff. Some people don't like names like the Heat or the Magic that don't have an S at the end. Like somebody who said, no, Triumph doesn't work because it doesn't have an S at the end of it. Well, Miami Heat's a great name. What are you talking about? Miami Heat's been fantastic. Orlando Magic's been fantastic. Why can't there be Toronto Triumph? That's what I would say right there. Yeah. Stargate saying Toronto Triumph, and they come out to Wu-Tang song Triumph. Perfect. That's exactly right. That's what I'm talking about, Stargate. That's amazing universe building right there. Kaz is saying search To The Point. I think that works. Yeah, there you go. He's got a link in there, YouTube/To The Point. Yeah, Brian, I don't want to come down on you. I just want to help you, man. I seriously do. And I know that this has been a consistent problem for your channel. I know this has. North Stars, that's been thought about. Wasn't that a hockey team back in the day? Wasn't that a hockey team, Trevor? The North Stars? Yeah, that was the Minnesota North Stars, and then they became the Wild, right? Yeah. North Stars could work, but I don't know. Fiercey saying, oh, shoot, my bad. Terriers are dogs. Yeah. Women don't want to be called dogs, right? Andrew saying, do you think the Beavers are too lazy? I think the Beavers are once again, we're gonna get in that whole line of like our dick is growing this summer. Then think about the Beavers for a women's basketball team. Okay, Andrew, that's all you need to think about. I know you're maybe sheltered and you're being innocent right now, but seriously, think about team the Beavers. Think about this a little bit more clearly. Serious. Smooth saying, no, they can't be the North Stars. The NHL has that name, Minnesota North Stars from the 80s. They may still have that copyright. That's true. They may still, yeah. Stargate saying, no, Lex, I mean Gorgon, a.k.a. Medusa, with snakes in her hair and turns men to stone, Clash of the Titans movie. No, I remember Gorgon. I remember Gorgon and what you were saying in that whole thing. Yeah, they actually did think about mythology and Medusa and those kind of people. There was one myth that they were going to do, and she was a shapeshifter, and she could change into all kinds of different animals. And in some ways, they were like, this could be really cool because our mascot could be amorphous and kind of changing over games because that whole story. But then they were realizing that the mythology of this person was not very well known, and that they'd have to explain it too much, and it'd take too long. It's not simple enough to just get it. Like the raptor, you kind of just get it. Okay, it's a dinosaur, Jurassic Park. I get it. But if you tried to do this mythology person, this woman that's a shapeshifter, nobody knows who she is. And you basically have to tell the story, and it takes too long to get across, and it's not a simplified way. So they did talk about something like this, Stargate. But they're saying it's just too complicated to teach the fans. They need something simpler that gets across easy. Peter's saying, what color is black and gold? Pittsburgh Steelers, Pirates, and Penguins. That's why Monique wants red, white, and gold. And I think that's awesome. In some ways, that alludes to our Canadian national teams. I love the Raptors to be red and white more than red and black, honestly, because I feel like since we are the only Canadian team, in some ways, the NBA doesn't want that. I hate that they make us use black as a primary color instead over white, because we'd be way more looking like Canadian team. And in some ways, I wish the Raptors were more red and white, because in some ways, I know on the download that instills national pride in people. The colors of the flag are red and white. And if the Raptors had more red and white jerseys that they wore, I would be happier. In some ways, I feel like the NBA kind of forced black into their color motif to make us the bad guys from Canada. And in some ways, the NBA doesn't want us having more national pride for our country by letting our NBA team just straight up wear red and white. I wish that we would, though. MLSC, if you have control over this, go more in red and white and cut the black out. This is what I would say. Seriously, get back to the colors of our championship run. Seriously, that's the winner. That's our national colors. And until there's another NBA franchise in Canada, we got the whole shebang, and we should be red and white. That's what I say right there. Yeah. Yeah. Kareem saying, I actually really do like triumphs. Yeah. Triumphants, the triumphs. Yeah. Yeah. Andrew saying, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. You just figured it out, Beavers. David saying, North Stars. We can't use that. Dallas North Stars were a hockey team, weren't they? That's hopeless. Yeah. Toronto tidal wave. Well, I don't know if that's geographic for us either. Like how many tidal waves we got coming up from Lake Ontario? God forbid any crazy tsunamis and anything coming from the Great Lakes into our city, downtown. Yeah, that's in some ways there. They also said in the vetting process, they went away from any natural disasters. They're like, yeah, we can't be like the cyclones or the blizzards or anything like that, because people connotate bad weather, and they're like, yeah, that's not attractive. So any kind of natural disasters that actually hurt somebody, in some ways they're shying away from that too. Expos, they should be the Toronto Expos. That doesn't make any sense. You know why they're the Expos in Montreal? Because of the World's Fair, the Montreal Expositions. Montreal had the World's Fair there, and that's why they call them the Expos. We ain't got no World's Fair in Toronto and that wouldn't make no sense. Toronto Typhoon does not make sense. Do we have typhoons coming here? No, we don't. No, we don't. And like I said, they don't do weather stuff anymore. No, they don't want it. All right, we're celebrating the Raptor today. Happy 30th anniversary, Raptor. All 30 years, our mascot. You are a badass, Raptor, and we're celebrating him. You guys show love for the Raptor. He's been involved in our team since the very beginning, and we love him so much. Savannah Hamilton has a new website, guys. It's a professional website for her career. So, guys, go ahead and follow her if you want. There's a link on her Twitter that you can go find Savannah Hamilton's new website, because she's a media personality and she's going to have content and things that she's doing. So I'm very interested to see what Savannah Hamilton's going to be doing on her website. We have our Raptor Freak fantasy-based basketball league, and Peter is the champion. He's going to be defending his championship this year, and we got to get people in here into the league. We've got a few spots still open. There's 6 spots open, And some of the people I sent invites to return have not done anything with them. They're going to lose their spots. In fact, I'm going to take one away right now. And if Mojo's watching right now, she should add herself as the new team right this minute. So let me do it right now. We're taking this team out because they have not gotten back to me. There's an open spot right this second to be added to our league. And if Morgan is listening to me right now, she should add her team while she can right this second. Right this second. All right, let me see. Is there anything else I want to talk about today? I don't think so. That's pretty much it. We went over open practice. We went over Chris Boucher's great night of comedy last night, all that kind of stuff. Toronto TTC. They thought about Red Rockets, Toronto Red Rockets, but TTC, now they don't want to be involved with that group. In some ways, that's too much of a partnership. And in some ways, TTC might drag them down. Let's be serious here. People hate the TTC. Thank you for keeping us sane during the offseason, Lex. No problem. No problem, Andrew. My pleasure. And yeah, we're almost there. Tomorrow we'll be doing a preview for our first preseason game. So please join me at 9:30 a.m. of the Ref Report, all the latest news on who may be playing or who isn't. Everything you need to be ready for the Wizards game in Montreal tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow. Yeah, not for Toronto's name. Expos, not for Toronto's name. What do you mean then? Savannah Hamilton. Okay, yeah, check out her site, Kareem. Yeah, and keep it in your pants. Fiercey Sam, please remind us on the draft date for fantasy. The draft will be on the 20th of October. I guess that's 2 weeks or 3 weeks from tomorrow. It'll be on a Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. on the Sunday special report before the season starts. We'll be drafted on the 20th of October, Fiercey. That's the date we're drafting. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching me today. I'm right at 2 hours. I'm going to get out. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and join if you can, because membership has its privileges, and Kaz is going to find out in just a second. Yeah, y'all have a great day. Touch grass on this Saturday. Stay warm, and I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Let's go, Raptors. Let's get this first W in the preseason against Jonas and the Wizards tomorrow. Let's go. Thank you, Fiercey. You're welcome. Let's go.